Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another iteration of STF and Friends. We are so excited to be here. It's a big old birthday party that's going to last the next couple months or so. We got a great cast this evening, and that'll be sticking with us for a good little while. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce them. First off, our GM for this arc is going to be none other than Jason Lillis. I always want to say Ellis, but it's not. It's Lillis.
Yeah.
Y'all know him from what you do, pods, and probably many other things. He's been very generous with his time and knowledge, and he's going to run us through this little playtest adventure, a cosmic adventure. What's up, Jason?
Hey, Adam. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I didn't ask you how are you doing, but if you just want to offer that information, that's fine.
That's how Velvet Thunder rolls.
You just bring in the feelings. That's how it works.
That's
you know?
it.
Yeah.
He knew you wanted to know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Heath, one of the oldest members of STF, which
I'm the youngest member of STF.
Yeah, that's why I hesitated. I was like, well, this isn't true in certain ways, but he was there from the beginning, we'll say, and he's my partner in crime here. Heath Parker, what's up, buddy?
What's up? I'm excited to join this. Sounds like an 18-year-old person's birthday celebration, right? Like we'll just do it for 2 months,
Yeah.
Which sounds like a great time to me.
Well, glad you're here as always. We have a couple really special guests playing with us. So I'm going to introduce Hannah Robinette. I told her she's going to be a special guest, but then I made her become a full-time cast member. So, hey, welcome, Hannah. Welcome. We're going to break you in
the
really
faith
hard
that you have in me has
Yes.
bolstered my spirit. It's going to be great.
Excellent. Well, we're glad you're here. Really excited.
Thank you.
And rounding out the cast, we have Irene Campos, the artist extraordinaire. You've seen her work all over the interwebs in the actual play space. She does amazing work. What's happening, Irene?
Hello. How are you?
I am great. I'm very excited to do this. And finally, behind the screen, on the ones and twos, making sure that this all happens on your screen, we've got Tristan Harper, otherwise known as Bippy T, taking over the production duties. What's happening? He says hello to all of you. You can't hear him, but he says it.
Wait, what's up? He's running. What's happening?
He ran away.
With the energy of a much taller man.
Dancing now. It's amazing. The jig. There it is. Yes.
There it is. Yes.
Tentacular jig. That's what we call
The
it.
tentacular
That's the energy.
jig. That's what we need.
I've always heard of that as the wacky wailing inflatable tube arm man.
Yeah.
I like the tentacular jig.
Yeah.
Jig.
I'm
more
a fan
efficient.
of both.
So we are playing a Cosmic Birthday, and we're play testing Starfinder 2E. So excited to finally get our hands dirty in this. I want to say that this will be the last time that I introduce these episodes because Jason is our GM and host, and so going forward, he will be taking care of us with the banter and everything. I just stay tuned when we come back from break. We got a pretty juicy giveaway to do from our friends at Norse Foundry, and I am finally now done with my portion of the host work. Jason, it's over to you, buddy.
Adam, take a load off, sit back, relax.
Take the
grab
load off, Adam.
Oh man, yeah, there we go. Grab that whiskey bowl and relax.
Well, it's not a bowl, but
it's
it
okay.
is a glass.
So Yes, super excited to be here and thrilled to get to enter into this adventure with all of you. To give our lovely listeners, viewers, and admirers something to learn about each of us, I thought it could be fun if you could all share one particularly happy birthday celebration memory. Could be yours, could be someone else's, could be, a random one you happen to stumble upon as you're out and about. Does anyone have something that they would like to? Oh, Heath, thank you for volunteering, my man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, being that I'm here in this game with Adam, I wanted to shout out a couple years ago. I had I'm bad about around my birthday. I'll let it get way too close to my birthday and be like, oh, I haven't planned anything. Like I have nothing. So I hit up Adam and was like, hey man, figure me out some stuff to do for my birthday. And he was like, all right, come down to New Orleans. And he like took me around for the whole weekend. We went to a cool like art installation museum kind of thing. We went to an arcade. We went to some restaurants and brunch and all kinds of stuff. And it was just a really pleasant weekend getting kind of chauffeured and shown around New Orleans by New Orleans' very own Adam Kelly.
Nice.
Amazing.
You know that there's 2 Adam Kellys in New Orleans, and
There's
both
probably 10 or
musicians.
12.
Oh man, it's so annoying. That was a really fun birthday, but
Nice.
that was really good. That was really good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks, Heath. Sounds delightful. Who would like to go next?
I will.
Adam? Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna go with recency bias. I just had a really fun birthday last week with Heath and Hannah and Dustin. They came up, and again in New Orleans we celebrated. They came and saw one of my shows, and it was super fun. It was really good to hang out with them, and we had a grand old time.
It was,
That's awesome.
one could say too much fun,
Yeah,
but
One
couple
was
of us
named
had too
Hannah
much
could
fun.
certainly say that.
Hannah had just enough fun, okay? It was memorable.
Nice.
As long as you still have the memories, that's what counts.
I do.
Yeah.
It's funny because we all had a great time. The show didn't end until like 3 a.m. or whatever. We got everything, packed up and had to take Dustin and Hannah, get them tucked in. And then me and
Yes.
Adam and his wife Grace, we went to Waffle House at 5 a.m. So
Listen, when you're old people, there is a bedtime eventually.
I mean, you stayed up well past it. you know?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you did pretty good. There's a little holdout at the end of the night, but you were fine. Once we got home, you were like, "What's up? What's up?" Dustin, on the other hand, the next morning was
Little
tricky.
He was miserable.
Yeah,
It was funny.
Hold on, Heath. There was an equal amount of misery and another friend that was there.
I mean,
Yeah, I
was
heard you were
fine.
struggling.
Somebody
I know, I
didn't
heard
eat
you were
breakfast or
struggling a
take
little
their
bit.
sunglasses off, so.
Oh, I mean, I don't take my sunglasses off in the daylight anyways. I was just tired. I've said numerous times, I was like, I'm surprisingly not hungover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's interesting. Tristan, thank you for the note. All right. Let's see. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Hannah or Irene, would you like to go next with your memory? Or Hannah, anything you want to add to that memorable weekend that was just had here?
Well, Adam shredded the keyboard. I know you typically shred a guitar, but the keyboard was shred. My birthday that I think was probably the most memorable as far as joy giving was probably, I think it was my 8th, and I asked for dirt and I got it.
Oh, there you go. Was it fancy dirt or regular dirt?
Well, as an adult and parent now, I understand why I did not get the dirt I requested, which was red clay.
Sure.
But
yeah.
I did get a backhoe scoop or some kind of scoop of just regular topsoil, and
That's good stuff.
much fun was had on that pile of dirt.
So it wasn't like a jar or a little bucket. It was a whole
No.
like it was
It
a
was a
gotcha.
mountain.
It was a truckload. Nice. That's
and
amazing.
you were happy with it? Because
Yes. Oh, I asked for it. I mean, I was sad that it wasn't red clay, but it's.
yeah, I imagine because my niece once asked for toilet paper because she wanted to be like a mommy.
Amazing.
And the, her
Oh my
parents didn't
gosh.
know what to do, and they gave her something like that, and she got mad.
Oh, man.
Well, if you ask for it,
You
no,
learned a
Yeah,
valuable
well-
lesson there. Yeah.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own decision.
Yeah, she was really small. She was like 5, so she was
Aw.
like, "This is not a toy."
oh, not what she was envisioning.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
this
know.
was going to be way cooler. It's just toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Um,
Oh, that's amazing. Irene, is that
My-
your
no,
happy? Or
that-
you got
that-
another one yet?
that
Yeah.
actually was Christmas.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah,
Nice.
no, my memory, I think, my first birthday after my baby was born, I was like super tired and worn down and everything, and my friends made a little party for me, and it was really sweet because
Oh,
they
that's
bought
awesome.
like gifts, and we played some games, and it was really, really nice because
Aw.
Nice.
when you're a new mom, you're always super stressed out and you feel very isolated. So
Yeah.
when friends do stuff like that, it's really special.
Oh,
Oh, that
Aw.
sounds amazing.
lovely. Lovely time. Yeah. Well, since I'm the guy in charge, I'm going to cheat and say 2 things. One is, I can't remember which year we figured this out, but one of my favorite memories is learning that on my birthday, there was another person on this call celebrating their birthday on the exact same day from the exact same year. And that's Adam Kelly. So my birthday brother, here we are.
Oh, wow.
We are, yeah.
Celebrating the start of a cosmic birthday.
We're
Not
basically
very
twins.
long. Yeah, we're basically twins. It's true. It's true.
I
You
get
can
mixed
see.
up a lot.
Yeah.
Man, we should have recorded this while, like, episode 1, while Adam's playing live in his Foosh set, has to, like, do the session at the same time and shred keyboard while he's doing it, you know?
Nice. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I could multitask, but that might be stretching.
That's a lot, right? Yeah.
4 keyboards was enough.
A little much. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 keyboards and a 5th one that's attached to a computer might just be the breaking point, you know?
Pushing it.
Yeah.
Little tough. My second one that I'll share, like I said, because I'm cheating, is for my 30th birthday. We lived in Durham, North Carolina, lovely city. Went down to Full Steam Brewery, which, if you haven't been there, just recently is planning a move, so give it a little time before you go visit. But they had the delightful option to just bring your own food along in, because it was just a tap room and no restaurant. And so I thought, you know what, I'm leaving my irresponsible 20s, heading into my responsible 30s. I'm gonna celebrate by cooking 150 pizza rolls and bringing them in a warm crock pot for everybody to snack on at the party. So that was pretty amazing, I have to say.
Did they
was
make
nice.
it? Did they all make it?
Did they make it? I gotta be honest, I have no clue. I don't remember. But I had
That
a great
good of a
time.
birthday, huh?
Yeah, it was a very
That
good
sounds
birthday.
like
yeah.
a good
It was a
time.
delightful time. Yeah. So, well, thank you all for sharing that. Cosmic birthday that we're here to celebrate is coming up in the storyline. But first, we'll be heading into getting to know our characters a little bit. So, we can. Good timing, Tristan. We can wind that one down right there and head into our story. Are you all ready to
Very.
blast off in the imagination rocket?
100%. Yeah.
Ready might not be the right word, but excited.
Okay, excited. Yeah, excited is good. Excited is good. All
I
right.
thought we were already there. Like,
Oh, hey, here we are.
I've taken off.
Good.
I'm ready.
Good. All right. So let us, deep breaths, begin. Because for over 300 years, the people of the Pact Worlds have gone into the unknown, struggling against the loss of knowledge brought about by the gap to make sense of their surroundings. They've adapted to the galactic stage of nefarious plots and incomprehensible eldritch entities dwelling between the stars, corporate shenanigans designed to keep the people of the Pack world under their economic fist. And through all these years, groups have arisen to take up the mantle of heroes, to face down these threats as saviors of the Packed worlds. saviors of near space, saviors of the vast. Most come from humbler beginnings, unaware of the role they will take to shape the course of events around them. Most of them are really just looking for a job. All right. Good morning, Absalom Station. It's fourth day, the first of Eridus, 3324 AG, and I'm Jihei Aras, your host for Good Morning Absalom Station. Our top stories for today. The Starfinder Society reports that agents have made progress in better understanding the mystery of the planet known as Burnham's Bubble. A starship has exploded near Brethida with no sign of escape craft fleeing the scene. Investigators are looking into this mysterious event in the hopes of finding more details. A supply chain breakdown near Octurne is drawing concerns from Abadar Corp's financial agents with interests on the chaotic planet. We'll recap market reactions in 10. But first, the weather. Gentle rain is scheduled for the Eye between 1300 and 1500 hours. Residents of the Spike should be prepared for extra runoff from 1330 to 1830 hours. Watch out for leaks and keep that tech off the floor, my friends. Back to our top story, the Starfinder Society's expedition, in conjunction with the Church of Waden, has made some interesting discoveries in the back. The newscast fades out. And against the backdrop of all these news stories, 4 individuals on Absalom Station are going about their lives, hoping to find that next job, to keep their gear in repair, quiet place to sleep at night, food for themselves and for their families that isn't just the nutritive goop freely available at the station. And that's who we're going to meet here now. Can I invite each of you, if you could, toss out a D20 for me? You can do that on the virtual tabletop that you want to that you can use there, or if you want to roll a physical die, I'm more than happy to have you guys utilize those. We're just going to go from highest to lowest here in a moment to kind of introduce and welcome your characters there. I'm going to ask Adam, can I get you to re-roll yours? Because we got a tie there. But first. Okay, there we go. All right, Heath, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Begin with you. And here we are. We're looking and find ourselves in a bustling part of Absalom Station. This is called the Free Markets. Always bustling with activity. The golden key of Abadar Core is emblazoned at the major intersections, and it's hard to find a more concentrated force of commerce outside of the anarcho-capitalists of Blue Rise Tower, right? And against this backdrop of deals made and lost, a figure strolls along the street with a comm unit to their ear.
Ziva, my dearest and most favorite cousin, I wouldn't be doing my job if I weren't testing the limits of your hospitality. Listen, all they want is a meeting, just a sliver of your time. Well, yes, that as well. Obviously, exclusive mining rights to Quadrant Epsilon 3 is the end goal here. Just hear them out. Yes, all right. Yes. I'll tell her you send your love. All right, call me after the luncheon. Ta-ta.
And Heath, what does this character that we see look like? What is their appearance?
My character is a Lashunta, so the native folk of Castrovel, has sort of a light purple lavenderish skin tone. Has as Lashunta do, little antenna. He's kind of squat. The particular kind of Lashunta that he is are more short and burly, right? So he's about, I think I listed him as like 5'1" or 5'2",
Nice.
but pretty stocky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has sort of a mohawk, like a faux hawk. He's got his head shaved kind of down to the stubble on the sides, but a slicked back sort of mohawk that fades from purple to pink. to maybe a little white at the tips, and his beard, which is a nice, healthy, thick beard, does the same. Goes from a black to purple to pink to almost white at the tips.
Nice.
He is wearing, people would probably today call them pit viper type sunshades, is the style of shades that he wears. He's wearing a set of armor that is a mixture of blacks and purple, like the tone that I specifically used was boysenberry,
Nice.
and like sort of a shining metallic pink.
Cool.
With a necklace that has some kind of claws or talons on it.
Interesting.
Nice. Yeah. As you finish your call, tap the end, put it away, right? As you walk, there's a Kasatha in construction gear that bumps into you, or, as stocky built as you are, he might actually just kind of bounce off of you in the process of walking past. Kind of drops some of his tools, and you just remember, oh, sorry, boss, sorry, my fault there. It's just tired after work. I was gonna grab something before I head home. Oh, he's just making apologies. I had to make up extra work. My shift mate didn't show the last couple of days. It's been rough. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry
no.
about that.
Pardon me. I was on a hollow call and wasn't paying attention to where I was heading. So no harm, no foul.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. Let me just grab that. I couldn't help. Man, I bounced right off of you there. You got to have done hard labor your days too, huh?
Former military service.
Oh, sure,
yes.
yeah. Fighting one.
Those days are behind me as of now. I have a much more cushy job these days. I'm Beaumont, by the way, and he extends his hand to shake.
Oh, sure. He gives you one of his 4 arms back. He says, "Yeah, me, I'm Talton. Just glad for your success getting to the comfy jobs. I got that new building going up over there by Jotembe Park, and just grabbing a couple things here before I head home. You shopping here in the free markets? I figure you office types would probably just order whatever you need, right?"
Oh, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say I'm strictly an office type.
Oh, okay.
More of there's a more technical and fancy title, but my coworkers refer to me as a deal maker.
Oh, well, hey, there you go. All right. Well, hey, hope you get some good deals every now and then, right?
Yes. Well, have a great day, and I apologize for almost knocking you over.
No, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Hey, you take care. I'll see you around. And,
Yes, and you as well.
yeah, thanks. And as he wanders off around this time, a message comes in on your comm unit. Ding. Or what does your comm unit have a particular message arrival sound?
Yeah,
Put
it's
you on
like
the spot?
it's like a Jurassic Park, like just the roar of like a T-Rex or dinosaur or
Nice.
something. Just yeah.
I love it.
That
And
was
when you
unexpected.
yeah.
It's actually a Shotolashu if it's in universe.
In universe, yes.
Yeah.
Shotolashu, nice. Shotolashu. And when you look down at it, you can see that it says, meet me at Vesk Bar 12 for a gig off station. Quick turnaround needed. Julzakama. That's the name.
Yeah, he sees it and kind of looks, takes note of it, and is like, I'm glad I've spent some time around the station. These Vesk naming conventions do not make it easy to differentiate one locale from another.
It's true. There are clearly Vesk bars 1 through 11 and then 13 through like 37 throughout the station as well. So yeah, finding and knowing where number 12 is not too bad. How would Beaumont have gotten connected to Julzakama at some point in the past, do you think?
So I mentioned he sort of works as a deal maker, as he expressed it. Beaumont works for there's an organization that has been in some adventures and one shots and things called Ulrika Clan Holdings, and it is a dwarven mining consortium that operates out of the diaspora. You know, what is it called? Not meteor ring.
The asteroid belt.
Asteroid belt.
Yeah.
Meteor ring. But so he operates as sort of a diplomat or liaison for them. Like he represents their interests.
Nice.
And works as sort of a go-between between them and other organizations they may need to work with. So I imagine he may have contracted Julzakama or some contacts that Julzakama has to get them in touch with Ulrika clan holdings for maybe work or jobs locally that they needed done.
Totally. Yeah, makes sense. All right. Yeah. Well, there is, fortunately for Beaumont, an autobus going past in the direction of the Vesk Quarter now. You can hustle up to the stop, hop on, and catch a ride around the ring. You pass the Planara, maybe thinking about some folks you've recently talked to as you pass that building. But it doesn't take long to wind your way out onto the arm containing the Vesk Quarter. And as you roll up to this old dive bar, you can see that a few others are rolling in too. And we're going to go to the next one of those, Adam, second highest roll here, realizing we're almost basically going through our introductions here earlier in our order. That's how the dice tumble, right? Mm-hmm. So with this, Adam, well before it rains on the eye, or in the eye, I should say, as we heard in that newscast, it's a peaceful morning in Jitembe Park, especially near the Victory over Civ Memorial Gardens. On an out-of-the-way bench with a good view of the landscaping, there's a figure sitting with a book in hand. As they look up to take in the artificial breeze blowing through, there's a light blue glinting off of their forehead. "Excuse me, can I ask what you're reading?" A Demaya Lishunta woman dressed in purple and wearing audacious sunshades asks your character. So I'm always looking for a good story.
Yes, I am reading the newest edition of The Packed World Guardians, The Unlikely Ascent of the Apollo Protection Agency. This one has added appendices that have transcripts of relevant interviews. It's long been one of my favorite books, but this new edition is quite riveting. Adds some new light to the things that those heroes did.
Adam, who are we seeing responding to this Lishunta woman?
You are seeing a Patra, which is a humanoid cat folk. He has gray hair with one of his eyes has a big black circle around it. But the most notable feature, as you mentioned, is there's a stone right in his forehead, implanted right in his forehead. It's an Aeon stone, kind of a bluish turquoise stone. His name is Zako Tripesh, and he was wearing very form-fitting black suit with electric lining throughout it that kind of glows a soft blue, humming with that soft blue light.
Nice. Yeah. Well, as you explain what the book is about, she nods politely as you describe it. Thank you. I'll have to see if I can track down a copy. It's been years since I've thought about those folks and all that they did for the station during the Civ incursion. There's been new things emerging all the time, new voices to kind of listen to, and she trails off for a bit, and then she asks, by the way, you like heroic tales. Do you watch holovids as well, by chance? Do you take in
no,
shows?
I find that to be a bit brain-numbing for me.
I see. One of my favorites, Space Fortress Z25, Appleseeds. Whenever I meet someone who has interest in the stories of heroes, I want to see if perhaps I've got a kindred soul who's willing to talk with me about that one. But I understand if that's.
I did not mean to be dismissive, but no, I find that all the apps that you have to purchase these days just to watch TV is infuriating. So I don't. I just read.
I understand. It's true. It is a staggering amount. I try to at least keep up on just this one. The last friend I watched it with, I come here to remember them as well. Yeah.
Yes, well, very nice.
Yeah. And yeah, she chats with you amiably for a bit, and eventually shares that her name is Arta, and she is a professor at the Arcanumerium here on the station.
Now that is interesting indeed.
Yeah, I have quite a few classes that I have to teach. A lot of research. It's time-consuming, of course, but I'm grateful that my proximity to the gardens at least lets me get away from the buildings a little bit. But no, I have to get going here soon. But if you'd ever like to a chat further, maybe I can drop me my comm information here, just or if you need a friend to walk around the gardens with, perhaps at some point.
No, thank you, but
Oh.
no.
All right. Well then,
It's not. It's me. It's a me thing. It's not a you thing.
No.
I appreciate you speaking, but no.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy a wonderful day. Don't forget to get inside before the rains come. And she
Yes.
waves quietly, goes and spends a moment reflecting in the garden before she heads out. And it's about that point that you receive a message. There's no salutation to it. It just reads, "Job time, Doc. Get to Vest Bar 12 in the quarter."
Shit.
Yeah, you remember Julzakama has never been one to engage in the niceties with you when he has work. How did you meet Julzakama so that he can call upon you for gigs?
Well, Zako, through a pretty crazy amount of circumstances, ended up teleported into Absalom Station as the siege on Absalom Station was happening. And when he did, he was a little freaked out, but he jumped right into action and started trying to help get some field triage going. And he ran into Julzakama, and we were both trying to do the same thing. And so there was a mutual respect there. And Zako patched him up a little bit, and we worked to help administer first aid to all the injured that was happening there. But we didn't get along. I'm being a Patra and Julzakama being a Vesk. There was certainly some tensions there. Not to mention that I was bleeding out of my forehead at this moment with where that stone was. And, there was some weirdness there. But because of said crystal in my head, Zako has had trouble getting work. So when needed, he has taken an odd job from Julzakama from time to time. But it hasn't always gone great, so it's kind of a tenuous relationship at best. There's been times where he didn't get paid for the work he did. Sometimes he has gotten paid. It's always more dangerous or difficult than whatever he says it's going to be.
Yeah. He's an interesting character. It's not hard. The good thing about being in Chitembe Park is that it's not hard to get a public transit ride down to the West Quarter. And within a half hour of leaving Chitembe Park, you find yourself in front of this unkempt bar. It's dimly lit. There's a handful of intoxicated Vesks stumbling away, and there are a few other figures ready to enter nearby. But next, let's talk about one of those other figures, Irene. If I can chat with you, I'm going to move my Zoom screens around a little bit so I see it. There we go. Hello. When we think about your character, we're going to go to for part of the station some folks call Down Low, right? It's not a place that most visitors to Absalom Station don't ever think to come to. And when they have to think about it, they think again. And if they think again and they still can't avoid it, then they try most other stops on the station when they can first. But when the options run out, they head down the spike and find themselves navigating level after level of the most crucial, but sometimes the least appreciated places on the entire station. And walking down one of the tunnels of one of these levels is a figure who is looking around at everything. And so, Irene, who do we see here?
Okay, we see an android, and she has a little darker skin than I have. And
Yeah.
she has green short hair, like pixie cut hair, and she's like a big girl. She's, how do you say, like bulky? I don't know if that's the
Burly,
word.
perhaps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thick.
And
Sturdy. Yeah, sturdy.
It's like, I think thick is what we're looking for.
Yeah, I think thick is the word.
She looks strong, and she has like little lines of white light on her skin, and she's carrying a very big weapon.
Yeah.
And she's walking down here like she's not really worried about the place she's in. She's actually distracted a little bit. She's like with a small light bulb in her hand, and sometimes she presses it and the light goes on, and she's like, oh. And she looks at the place. She's like, and she keeps walking. And from time to time, she will do that again, and she will see something else. She's not really paying attention to the place. It's like she's not really worried.
Yeah. Well, after a short walk here that she goes down, she turns a corner. And although some areas of down low are clean and trendy, this narrow alley of concrete and metal buildings strips with oil and sparking wires. There's a wide red neon electric sign that reads Julzakama's Loans. And it's on a building sandwiched between a Kuthite sensation house and a derelict building covered over with graffiti. The shop's solid metal door contains a single small window that's too grimy, too dirty to peer through. But your character walks in confidently, ready to be there. And behind blast-proof glass, there is a multi-spiked vest that appears to be carelessly disassembling an old computer when you arrive, just kind of bashing it with a hammer to get some pieces out of it. But he looks up when you step up to the glass, and you hear him say, "Aye, I'll get back to you." And then he taps his earpiece, and he's like, "Lucy, you're back. Say, I think I have a thing coming together, but I need to finish up this business first." And he just like drops the hammer, grabs the computer with his hands and just like rips it in half. And then he starts pulling pieces out. He dumps a hard drive into a bag, puts a couple other things in there, and then passes it under the glass in a little slot to you. And he says, "Look, it isn't much, but get that to the low riggers and tell them there's more data where that came from. But it should at least cover this week. And hey, after that, you come meet me at Vesk Bar 12. I gotta set something up, but it's more work for you. You meet me there, Lucy?"
Oh, yeah. Sure, of course. More work is good.
Good.
Maybe
you know the way there.
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Good.
Maybe we can talk about, stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. We got time. We talk. Yeah.
Okay.
You need to talk now? You got anything you want to ask me?
Oh, I have a lot of questions, but you never answer them. So I guess I can
It's
go
true.
and ask some other time.
Yeah. We got some
So
time. Yeah.
I'll take this. Bye. And
That's
she just
good.
goes.
Turns and walks out. Yeah. Irene, how has Lucy known Julzakama, gotten to know him in the past?
Oh, well, without giving up like too much of my backstory, but she's a young android, and she's been working with him for a long time. She's one of the first persons she's ever met. So she kind of have, confidence working with him. Like, they're not like friends, but she's like, yeah, I know you. I can trust you.
Yeah. This is a regular face that you've seen a bunch that gives you credits when you do work for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she doesn't ask too much, so she's like, yeah, it's fine.
You're his favorite kind of person in that way. Yes. Yeah. For sure. Well, meeting with Julzakama usually goes fine. Beating the Low Rigger gang might not be your favorite pastime, but they're not the kind to shoot first and ask questions later, at least. So it's a bit of a walk and some levels down to get to their usual stomping grounds. And when you arrive at the drop point that Julzakama sent you to, there's 3 little figures that pop out. And they're like, hey, this is our turf, Low Rigger turf, who do you? And they stop when they see you emerge from behind like a cloud of steam coming out of one of the pipes in the walls or something like that. And you recognize these 3 little guys that are here. How do you respond when you see these guys in front of you? Yeah.
She stops and she's like, oh, it's you? It's been a while. How are you?
They are all like just kind of like shaken a little bit, definitely looking frightened, and they kind of look at each other for a minute, and then one of them elbows the guy that talked earlier, and he said, "Look, hey, we don't want no trouble. If you got from Julzakama there, is that his payment? Just set it down."
Yes, I have it here.
Okay, good. Just can you set it down?
Yeah, I can. Why are you acting like this?
Look, hey, you set it down. You back up. We'll pick it up, and we all walk away. Yeah.
Well, okay. Here it is.
Oh,
She
okay.
just leaves the stuff there, and she's like, I want to talk to you, but you never want to talk to me.
Yeah, yeah. We just gotta get this to the Nuggets, and that's no skin off your. Oh crap! Do you have skin? Is that? Yeah. Wait. Never. No. Hey. Look. We're just gonna go. We'll see you. And they grab it and they book it and they get out of there as fast as they possibly can. So it's a very quick exchange. Yeah.
Yeah. She stops and thinks a little bit, and she's like, okay, and she leaves again.
She leaves again. Yeah. And the exchange is quick, as I said. And so within an hour, you're up on, you're out of the spike. You're up on the ring, and you're standing alongside a few others, ready to enter a dingy bar on one of the arms of Absalom Station. And for our final introduction tonight, we're going to learn a bit more about Hannah's character.
Saving the most experienced and tried and true player for last.
Y'all watch how it's done, okay?
Amazing. We find ourselves in the Drifter's End neighborhood on Absalom Station, and it never really has what anyone would call a calm morning. It's a place of coming and going. There's long-term locals mixing with itinerant adventure seekers. There's Starfinder Society agents coming from their headquarters in that neighborhood. They're all at all hours of the day. Here at the edge of the eye of Absalom Station, the light from the sun doesn't quite reach the street level through the big transparent dome that's over the central part of the station. And so the whole place is awash in just garish neon signage designed to catch the eye and draw in those with actual, credits to spend. And on one of the intersections, someone's standing, watching all of the bustling activities pass them by. Who do we see here, Hannah?
So you see a human woman. She's leaning with her back against a building at that corner. And if you first notice her, you would notice that she has a prominent nose. She's got dark braids over both of her shoulders, and she's got a hood kind of shadowing her face. Even with the hood, though, you can kind of catch her eyes, and she's got really captivating gray violet eyes. And she also has dark veins showing beneath her skin. Mm-hmm. You can see that she's kind of vacillating between looking at the busy streets and just kind of staring off into the middle distance. She seems either unsettled or maybe like hungover. In her left hand, she's got a piece of paper that she's just been kind of like toying with and kind of crumpling into a ball. And then you notice that she looks down and looks at her right hand, examining her fingernails. She sees blood, but she doesn't know how it got there.
Mysterious. When your eyes come off of that hand, again, a moment to look around again, you can see that they're having stepped up to you, next to you at some point. There's a somewhat dapper dressed man, and he appears to be slurping a really dark red smoothie. His ears are pointed like an elf, but not quite as long, and his eyes aren't doing the weird all iris thing that elves do. Kind of looks a little like Timothy Chalamet is the character I was thinking of, but he gestures with his smoothie and to the area and says, "It's quite the sight, isn't it? All these lives, so much potential here, isn't there?"
And Karna kind of jumps when he starts to talk to her because she wasn't really paying attention. She puts the ball of paper in her pocket and kind of tucks her hands where you can't see them, and then just kind of shakes her head and relaxes a little bit. And she says, I used to think that too, but potential for what? She looks at him again and says, "What are you doing with your life? Are you really reaching your potential here?" And just kind of gestures broadly and shakes her head.
He responds, "Oh, me? Well, I have been around a bit, so as to my potential, I would say yes, mostly." And he kind of smirks as he looks around at the people here. I'd say I have. At least I'm always striving to. Pardon my manners. I'm Matema. Are you new here on the station? You look like perhaps you might need some directions looking around here.
I'm meeting you right now. It's not nice to meet you, but it's not nice. Sorry. Rough night. I'm Karna.
Karna.
So new here? No, it sure feels like it, but no, I'm good. Thanks. And she kind of gives him a little smile, but obviously she's like kind of off in her own world.
Well then, I'm glad to hear that you'll be all right. Enjoy your watching. I have an appointment at the Arcanumarium I must get to, of course. Good luck to you, and perhaps we'll meet again, though it's a large station, I suppose. Maybe we won't. And he kind of waves as he walks off, still slurping on his smoothie, and he, he's headed for one of those busy cantinas and smiling at everyone that he passes along the way. And as he steps off, your comm unit buzzes and a message pops up. And it says, "Expertise sought, rework off station, good credits, meet me at Vesk Bar 12, Julzakama." How does Karna know Julzakama?
Yeah, so Karna met him a handful of years ago. She works at a bar. It's called the Starlight Sanctuary. And he took a liking to her after she made him a drink based off of his answer to one question and about 5 seconds of very intense eye contact. So she's always had a side hustle to try to pay for her studies, and Julzakama's jobs have paid for more than one class over their years of acquaintanceship.
Where all the credits Adam's character was supposed to get have gone, apparently. So,
Yes.
That's right. Listen, some people have favorites because they're just that good.
Wow.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul over
That's
here.
That's right. Well, it's a bit of a trek to get there, but after moving a while of moving through, some side tunnels, passing innumerable bulkheads, you're here in front of a dingy bar in the Vesk Quarter, and you're about to head in at the same time as a few other folks who look a little bit out of place here. And for the sake of moving around this scene, I'm gonna pull us up to a different scene on our Foundry virtual tabletop that we have here,
A map.
so that you can take
We
a look
get a
around.
map.
A map. You get a map for this part.
Very cool.
Freaking love
Yeah,
maps.
I want to shout out Che Peku Maps. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Creating some really awesome sci-fi maps out there.
This
and I
is
wanted
cool.
to make sure to incorporate that one. And this place is, just like, it is a dive. It is a dive bar that looks like it has seen more than its share of hard days. It's the kind of place a person would go to forget what's troubling them, or perhaps to look for new trouble to get into. When you get inside, you would see a variety of Vesks sitting in booths, sitting at the bar, wandering in and out of the back rooms. There aren't any walls in this particular map, so you can just move your characters where you'd like to move around the space. But there is, once you're further inside, there is one Vesk at the bar who draws your attention, perhaps. He's wearing a faded tracksuit. He's got a cybernetic patch over his eye, so it kind of rings around it, but he can still see through it. Horns are jutting out from his head and from his arms. He's talking boisterously into a comm unit as you all come in, but he's seemingly oblivious to the seedier nature of all the patrons here who are here. And I'll give you a little preview, a little reminder of what your boy looks like here. This is Julzakama.
Yeah. No reason for me to have a contentious relationship with this person at all.
Like, if ever I've seen a scruffy nerf herder.
He looks trustworthy.
Oh,
To me, at least.
For sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Passes the smell check, huh?
It does. It does. Long-time Starfinder players might recognize Julzakama from the very first Starfinder scenario that was released way back in 2017.
Into the breach.
Into the unknown.
That's the one that we played, right, Rainy? Didn't that the one that we did? That I GM'd for that stream? I'm almost certain. Is that the one with like 4 different little small adventures?
Little
right?
side missions, yeah.
It has some side missions. You did one of the other ones, I think, and he might have shown up in those as well. But if I'm recalling, there was a nightclub in yours, maybe, or no? Am I thinking of somebody else? Maybe no. Maybe I am thinking of that one. Anyway, yes, you did. You guys did this one, man. That has been a while.
That's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
As he sees the 4 of you walk in here, that can come to place, and you all want to move on down in his vicinity here. He snaps his comm unit shut when you walk in and says, "Hey, you're all here!" And he's got a cred stick in one hand that he's waving around. He's got gold chains glistening around his neck in this dim bar light, and he says, "You're all here to do the job, right? That's why you're here?"
That's the
Presumably,
message.
that's why you texted us.
It is.
You-
It is.
you
You don't
don't
have to
need
be
to come
shy
here.
back there. Patra, come on up.
Yes.
Grab a seat.
Fine.
That's right. Said grab a seat. All right. So, got a
Yes,
job.
yes, yes.
Got a job.
You're very intimidating. Yes.
That's right. I am. Because I get things done. That's how Julzakama does it. Every day
Except
on Absolute
Hey.
Nation. And So, today, I got a job for you. Right?
Sourpuss.
I
He's
got.
always paid on time. What are you talking about?
See? It's a pay. Sometimes it comes right away. Sometimes it comes a little later. Anyway, I just got a freighter. It's got a colorful past, right? It's got a great investment opportunity, the listing said, which means it's a real fixer-upper here. So the deal I got was probably too good to be true. But word on the ring is my guy toted in from his Lanty space. Now, could be a big payday for salvage here, right? But I'm up to my horns in other work, and I need somebody to check it out. So help me catalog the assets. If you want, you take the shuttle out to the Armada. I'll give you the passcode to get past the impound lock. Clear out any dangers that survive the quarantine. Shouldn't be too much. I give you primo cut of the salvage, of course, and a little something extra for the trouble. And he kind of waves the cred stick around a little bit. Says, and what do you say? What do you say? Good job? Sounds like a good job, right?
Got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sounds
I've
easy.
recently concluded my major business on Absalom, so I've got a bit of time to kill.
Good. That's good.
I suppose that this might be one of the times that you pay, and, well, I do need the scratch, so...
That's what I like to hear. Yeah? Lucy, you in?
Of course.
Good.
As always.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. So like I said, this yeah.
Zako is like looking at the three of you, very uncertain because you guys seem totally cool with this guy. Like there's no issues, you know, and you know he's like, okay, who are these people?
Well, you could ask.
I won't.
Now, Karna wants to ask Julzakama a question.
Yeah. And he kind of looks. He's like, "Hey, you do something with your hair? You look different."
Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it. So,
Where'd you get that? No, go ahead. What you want?
and she's trying to like keep her head pretty shaded with her hood because the last time Jules saw her, she looked a little different. So she says, "Now, what's the danger level here? Am I gonna need to bond these guys?"
It's 3 times as much as whatever it is he's about to say.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say, yeah. Get to know him. Get to know him. Yeah, and he reaches back and he kind of like waves the bartender that's behind there, behind the bar off, and he's like, "Get out of the way. Let her back there. Hey, why don't you make something up for each of these guys?" And then and the vest that's back there is just like. And he just kind of wanders off to go talk to these other two.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
It wasn't my shift anyway. Just trying to get things done. Yeah, you make them the drink, right? And you make them just get me one too while you're at it. I promise. Look, Zako, I'm good for this one. And he touches the cred stick to the bar to take care of the tab for this. He says, "Look. Yeah, is it gonna be, who knows, right? It's, those is Lanty, right? It's one of their ships. Those people, big eyebrows, big problems, I mean...
You see Zako twitching every time he mentions Aslanti. Like, he doesn't, say... Like, his eyes look fine, but, his, tail and his, ears just, twitch a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, well, anyway, these is Lenti. They're out there, they came from old Galarian, started their big space empire, conquered a few worlds with their Aeon Guard. They think they're better than everybody else. Vescarium would crush them, just like we crush so many. Oh shit, Zako, I'm sorry. Anyway, they got lots of...
shakes his head.
Yeah, who knows what's in there. But the Magitech, Zako, you worry about getting paid. The salvage you find, they'll take care of it. They'll take care of it. Gonna be loaded, right? Stuff that doesn't get to to us the way it would. Anyway, so long story short, Karna, yes, you should. It's a good plan. Good plan.
Got it.
Yeah. So Karna, what's your process here for getting to know your fellow crewmates here?
Well, typically she'd ask a couple questions, give them some uncomfortable eye contact, and then make them a custom drink. But she's not really in that headspace right now, so she's just gonna make a Marnock Mule for everybody, and she's gonna go ahead and just kind of broadly address the group. So guys, I'm a mystic. I kind of have to bond you if you want to access my vitality network. So how about it?
What does that mean?
Less danger.
Yes, sign me up then. This mule is quite good, so I suppose that you have some skill in concoctions as well, so that's fine. Here, take some of my blood or whatever it is that you need.
I won't be needing that yet.
But certainly you want some, right?
He's like just
Come,
going to
take
give...
my
Just
blood.
like ready to get his claw out and just
yeah.
Lucy looks at you like very, very intensely, like she's looking at your face, and she's like, "Are you sick? What happened to your face?"
I'm glad somebody said something.
Karna kind of looks down, and if she could blush, she would, but there's not exactly enough blood going on to make that work. So she just responds, "Not sick. I don't think I'm gonna be sick anymore," and just keeps on going.
Yeah. And Beaumont's like, well, your face aside, what happened with this drink? It's a decent drink, but I thought you must be some master mixologist if you are being waved over behind the bar.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
She just stares at you, and as she stares, all of a sudden you just feel like, you know what? This is the best drink I've ever had.
Yeah, it's fine. But
I don't have to win you over, and I don't have to bond you either.
I think that it was quite good. Karna, what is
Karna,
it? Karna.
thanks,
Yes.
Sako.
Yes, I don't get to experience the fineries as much as whomever this pompous man is, but I find it quite enjoyable.
I mean, thanks.
Is the drink sweet or is like?
Have you had a
Okay.
Moscow Mule before?
No.
Okay, so that's a drink that's typically made with ginger beer and lime, and then like a clear liquor. So, or spirit. Anyway, so something along those lines probably has something fun in it that's a little bit different.
Mm. Okay. And she drinks it and she's like, I don't like it that much. And she just puts it there and
That's true.
looks at it.
I have a drink actually that I could make for you, but I don't have the name of it pulled up in front of me.
Watch yourself. She'll refuse to bond you.
Oh, you will?
You know what? I like you. I'm gonna bond you. Don't worry.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, amazing. We will get into all the aspects of the Vitality Network here over the course of play. But yeah, as drinks get passed around and shared, Julzakama suddenly just claps his hand again. It's like, look, I'm a busy Vesk. I got work to do, so you need to go book your shuttle to get out there. Passcode to get into that ship is 1607. So call me when you get in. No rush, but don't dilly-dally, right? As the humans say. I got this round. You get the next round if you want it. I'll get one more for you too. Beep. And he says, all right, good luck. And he pulls
Thanks,
his
Jules.
You're welcome. Hey, nice haircut. Yeah, nice haircut. And he kind of starts making his way out of the bar. And so now you find yourself, and he's like waving at another patron. He's like clapping arms with somebody passes on the way out. And you find yourselves here at this grimy Vesk bar with three strangers. There's vid screens behind the bar showing this mix of classic like Brutaris matches. It's like it's like whatever ESPN Classic would be, right? On Absalom Station, right?
Brutaris Classic. Yeah.
Brutaris Classic, right? As you would. There's news feeds, and there's one saying something about interesting undiscovered passages down in the Spike that people are learning more about. And nearby table, you overhear one Vesk saying to the others, "That's the last they saw of him. He said kidnapped by vampires. He claimed that weird Sheeran." And his companion who's sitting there with him was like, "Nah, it's rubbish. Those guys all live on Eox. Probably something to do with that preacher I heard outside. Some of that newborn nonsense, And then there's a jukebox-like machine in the corner. It's playing some twangy country-style music from the Veskarium. And as you're surrounded in the setting, getting to know each other, what else do you do? What else are you sharing and saying here, following up with around here?
I will say that Zako is kind of absentmindedly tapping his toes to the music,
Yeah.
Maybe reluctantly even because it is Vest country, but he can't help himself.
Right.
It's a classic. It's all my exes live on Vesk 6, and Vesk 6 is a place I'd love to be. But
How many more do you have ready?
all my exes live on Vesk 6, and that's why I hang my hat down on Vesk 3. So there, that's all I got.
You're ready though.
I was
Good
ready with that
stuff.
one. I was ready with that one. Yeah.
You win.
Yeah,
GMing.
it's clearly trying to cater to a classic Vest crowd, and I don't know if it's not using the planetary name preferred by the Patra, of course, in that one. But yeah, Vest 6 would be the Patra home world. So what else? What else are you all doing around here?
I mean, Beaumont kind of turns to everybody, looks at Charna again, who
Karna.
seems Karna. I'm sorry, but seems to have not had a great start with or whatever. But kind of casually smiles at everyone and says, "Well, I suppose we should at least take a couple of moments to get to know one another if we're going to be working together, regardless of whether or not I'm included in said bond." I am Sternhart, Beaumont Zalarajny Sternhart, originally of Castrovel, now working for Ulrika Clan Holdings. So nice to meet you all.
Karna kind of looks you up and down and says, Sternhart?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. It's not my birth name, obviously, not being a dwarf. But I was made an honorary member of Clan Sternhart after my now several years of service to the Dwarven Mining Consortium, Ulrika Clan Holdings. So, and he has a little a sort of fancy looking dagger on his hip, and he pulls it out, not like aggressively trying to scare anyone. He's like, yes, they even gave me my very own clan dagger to represent being brought into the clan, so to speak.
Karna kind of gives you a few seconds of eye contact and then nods and says, you know what? You might not be so bad.
Well, thank you. What about all of you? Or Karna, if you would like to tell us about yourself. I just didn't want to presume because you seem like the kind of person who may not want to tell us much about yourself.
Karna has been kind of standing like this over in the corner after she came out from the bar with her nose pinched between her fingers, and then has this discourse with Beaumont, and then she says, "No, I'm usually pretty sociable. I just had a really weird night. Sorry, I've been distracted. Now, why are we here?"
Well, we've got a job to do.
What did Jules? Where are we going?
He wants us to check out a freighter. We'll have to take a shuttle to the Armada to check it out, I believe.
Got it.
I believe he said that it was an Aslanti freighter.
Yes, space Nazis. Great.
Someone's got to do it.
Aslanti are not good people, right?
You could say that again.
Not currently, no.
Oh, okay.
Not at present time.
You use a lot of words when you talk.
Well, I've been told by friendlier people I have the gift of gab, but I've also heard that phrased in less polite ways.
I don't understand half of what you said, but okay. You seem nice.
You too seem nice.
I like your antennae.
Thank you. And he wiggles them.
All La Junta has them, right?
Nice.
Unless they've had some sort of tragic accident.
Oh. They're really nice. Oh, my name is Lucille. Lucille 3. You can call me Lucy.
Lucy, a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm very young, and I'm a good friend with his name is really difficult for me to say, like
Sure.
Julzakama, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm a really good friend with him, with Julzakama, and I've been working for him for a long time because I'm apparently very good at this shooting things with big guns, so it's fun. I prefer when I have to do it with people who are not good people, so this will be good.
Well, how fortuitous.
What
I
does
think
that word means?
you're in luck. I think you're
Oh.
going to have a great time on this
Awesome.
job.
Yeah. There are a lot of things I don't know, so it's okay if I ask questions.
Of course.
As I said, I'm very, very young here. This world is pretty new to me. So I don't know a lot of things.
Like I feel like Beaumont he's got some questions like he wants to ask but thinks it would be rude, so he kind of just like smiles and nods and is like, well, as we get to know each other, maybe you tell us more about that, but I don't want to pry.
Okay.
I love Lucy so much.
Me too. MVP, y'all.
Oh, this is great. This
Totally.
is great. Speaking of very well done things, I'd like you all to take a bonus hero point for this. And just to,
Don't
so you
mind
should
if I do.
all have two right now. How we're going to do it is we'll do, we'll refresh after 2 episodes of this get together, right? Or two plays of this episode. So for right now, you can hold on to that until you need it through tonight and our next session. And then if you don't use it by the end of the next session, then you'll start back with 1. So that's how hero points, new thing in Starfinder 2nd edition. Resolve points are gone. They are no more. You don't have to worry about them. Stamina points are gone. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Instead, you'll just be tracking hero points and hit points. So don't get your
Nice.
HPs mixed up. Anything else to do here in the bar, or are you all ready to go look for your shuttle?
Before we head out, I mean, I feel like Zako, maybe by design, slipped through the cracks a little bit there, and Beaumont cannot abide such. And has a feeling Zako probably already doesn't like him very much, and so turns and says, "Well, Sourpuss, would you like to tell us anything about yourself? I'm just picking with you."
Well, and he starts like fidgeting and like touching the stone in his forehead kind of nervously. And then in his other hand, he's kind of absently like, you see him just kind of working his fingers, and in his palm, you see like a large oval shape expand and contract in his palm. But you could tell that he's just doing it kind of absently. And he says, as far as things about myself, I don't know how much of that is necessary for this job. I am capable in stressful situations. I can manipulate realities if that is an interesting thing to you. But
Fascinating.
Yes, I must warn you that, well, at least in my experience, I'm starting to think that it might be personal, that Jules is not the most reliable employer, but I only say that to just be mindful, and that this is probably going to be far more dangerous than he has let on.
I mean, from
My name is
experience-
Zako, yeah, if you didn't get that, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Zako.
Yes,
From
you
my
too.
experience, I feel like there's always danger, and yeah, you're right. Usually like 3 times as much as Jules alludes to, but he always pays, man. I don't know what your deal is.
Right, it's my fault, I guess.
There's got to be a misunderstanding. Listen, maybe we can smooth things over with him after this. You deserve your pay, you know?
Did you perhaps give him the wrong bank account information?
Bank account, that would be nice.
Oh,
True.
and you've made Beaumont sad.
Nice.
Well, so just to sort of take inventory, I believe Lucy said she is overjoyed at the prospect of shooting very large guns. Seems like a valuable skill to have. Karna, mystic, so healing and other magics, or primarily healing.
I can heal for sure. There might be some other stuff. We'll see.
All right. Well, healing alone is a valuable asset, so yeah, good to go as far as I'm concerned.
Yes,
And
I can appreciate that. I also am able to attend to wounds, although in the more traditional means, in case you are tapped out with your magics.
That's valuable. We'll need
You would
that.
think so, but
but it seems like the value keeps getting lost.
yes, yes,
So magically, Zako, correct? Yes.
yes.
Magically, what do you have a particular set of arcane skills?
Oh, well, it's funny that you used the word arcane, as that is specifically the type of magic that I am skilled at. I can change realities. I can bend them a little bit to my will, not all the way.
And as he's saying that, he like is really rubbing his forehead, like really rubbing. it.
Rubbing one now.
Does that hurt?
Only sometimes, but
Do you want me to take it out?
no, do not. No. Please do not. Yes, I'm sure this is very important to me.
Karna
The-
gets even
everything
paler
can-
than you think she could.
Everything will become unstuck with me if you take that out. Nobody touch the stone in my head. Have I made myself clear?
Okay.
Okay.
I
very
want
good.
Don't worry, man. I got your back.
All right.
Side eyes Lucy.
But if you change your mind, you can tell me.
Yes. Can I have another drink, Kana?
You got
Bubba
it.
is cheesing, just loving this interaction.
Yeah. Just please don't touch it. Really, only I can touch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Karna kind of pats you on the shoulder, goes behind the bar, gets another drink, and says, "You're bonded, man. I got you."
Sweet.
The bartender leans over towards Beaumont and says, "Hey, I hear you say Sternhart.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. You got to know Chael then, huh? You guys, they all Sternharts all know each other, right?"
Well,
Rude.
obviously, yes. No, I am not what you would call close friends with Chael. The Sternhart clan is a rather large one, and Chael and his I assume direct family don't work with Ulrika clan holdings that much. Much of his family and clan do, but he went off on his own path, as we know from if you're a racing fan.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean that was a guy who knew his ships for sure. I just figured when you said it was your last name, maybe you'd married him at some point. I mean, I know we got married a lot, so just checking. Anyway, he's
Speaking of names, I heard the Rajni in your name. Are you by chance related to Councilwoman Rajni?
Oh yes, that one I am more familiar with. Yes, Madam, or rather, Councilwoman.
Yes.
Well, we go back, yeah.
Okay.
But Councilwoman Noriko Zivarashni is my second cousin on my mother's side. But we are the Castrovel Rajnis of Comena, the city of Comena, and so we connected later in life. I didn't know her that well when I was young, but now we've developed and he like pauses for a second. It's like rapport, you know.
And he just
No.
like, narrows his eyes at you a little bit.
Okay.
He like pulls up his cell phone or whatever and like shows you like recent
Oh, no.
calls, and it's like Noriko Zivarashni.
I believed you. I just didn't want to be rude. I have some questions about the accounting of her story, but perhaps for another time.
see the bartender when he hears that you're related to the councilwoman. He's just like, sorry, I just realized I gotta clean up around here a little better, and he starts busying himself wiping down stuff real quick. So, hey, you tell her about Vestbar 12 sometime. Have her come on down to visit. Would be great to have her here. Yeah.
Sure, I'll put in a good word.
Oh, thanks. That'd be great. It'd be great for the bar. Yeah. All right. And with that, the party has gotten to know each other a bit here. Let's see here. You can find your way towards a shuttle to get out to Julzakama's freighter. Let's see here, Adam. I'm just gonna sidebar slightly to say I'm aware of the time, and we will take a break very soon. But we're gonna get to a point, if that's all right.
That's fine.
All right. Everybody's good. Let's see, looking for a shuttle, the way to get out to Julzakama's freighter in the Armada. Does anyone of the party trained in either piloting or society in their skills?
Weak as hell.
Society.
Society?
I've got society.
Sure, society's good.
Would you like me to roll?
Yeah, I also have society. I don't have piloting.
Totally. A roll for society would be great. Yeah.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Are you
I'm
really?
Not,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
I'm not, well, I've got 2, and I'm not gonna start my first roll. It's just because it's my first roll. I just can't.
That's fair.
I can't.
That's fair.
And so we we are keeping the higher result, right?
That is correct. One thing I'd like to do here is roll twice, keep higher, because it's a real pain in the neck to spend your valuable resource and get a crit fail instead of just a regular failure. So
that does take me to a 15.
15's not bad at level 1. Heath, did you want to have Beaumont roll society as well? It's not.
Yeah, I rolled. I have a +3 to society. I rolled a 14, so 17.
17. Okay, sure. So both of you would know that it's relatively common knowledge that shuttles are available all over the station. You know that probably the one that would be available the quickest, either by doing a quick infosphere search or just from knowing it, is that there is a ride share called UGO, the letter U-GO, and they're down in Little Akaton, which not everybody likes to go to, but a lot of folks do know when they can need a quick shuttle ride out to the Armada. So quick transit ride around the eye, an elevator down to Little Akaton, and you'll be on your way. Does anyone need anything? Because you'll be going past the free markets. Beaumont was there earlier in the day, but if you've all got your purchases in place, we should be okay to just roll out. Yeah.
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that.
Sure. And that's also something we can take care of off air. It's the beauty of playing this way. So, the public transit goes past them, and you get to see the key of Abadar Corp, right? Abadar Corp, because capitalism wasn't bad enough already, it's now enshrined as a religion. So on the way there, if someone wanted to, they could try and do a little research on Aslanti ships. I don't think we have anyone with piloting, but does anyone have computers training as part of their skills?
I do.
Lucy.
No, not training that.
Not level 20.
Oh,
Lucy's starting off hot.
my
That's what's
best
up.
friend.
She doesn't know a lot of things, but she knows this.
She knows this. Okay. You know exactly how to find what you need on the infosphere. And so with some basics that you glean from some quick searches are that you get you're able to get some useful hacking techniques for onboard Aslanti computers. You can get some engineering schematics for typical ship designs. All of this getting downloaded to your comm device and reviewed on the shuttle ride over. As you're going, you hear once again somebody's got their comm unit playing the news. You hear something else about this supply chain breakdown by Octurne Space. The reporters still don't seem to have any details about what's going on. And with the final prep that you've got in hand, the 4 of you go to the auto train station that's closest to Little Akaton through your shuttle there, or through your auto bus that you're taking there. And yeah, you're not far away from there. But as you're waiting at this kind of like interchange point to get to your next destination here, you hear this Lashunta street preacher. It's kind of they've employed this holographic image projector to like appear larger than life and to capture the attention of everybody passing by. He's kind of waving their arms around wildly, the projectors displaying some occult symbols in the air as they rant, and they say, "It is coming! The star child breaks free of its planet womb. Repent, sinners! Leave your old ways behind. The time of its birth is nigh. The time of its birth is nigh." And the character just continues in this vein as your shuttle picks up again and takes off to go to the elevator you need. All the while, there's this crowd of gawkers clustering around the preacher, and some are carrying signs supporting what they're saying. Some are skeptics that are just like recording what's going on to make a funny mashup video of it later for the infosphere. And this auto train ride is like countless others that you've taken. It's public transit at its finest. And within minutes, you're at the lift to go down to Little Akaton, and the doors wish open for you. And the four of you can step inside to go down. As you're in, a tinny chime happens, and the middle doors close, and the elevators lurch downward. And so, on. There we go. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear. Delightful elevator music begins playing as you descend.
My favorite kind.
Favorite kind. On the way down, it's a, close quarters, kind of cramped for four people in their armor, and Lucy with her, like, it's kind of like a fish story, right? It starts this big, but then as this tail keeps going, by the end of the adventure, it'll be about 8 feet long, right?
Oh, I didn't know which kind of fish you were going for there.
So, yes.
Adam's here.
Adam is here, right? It starts at a projected length, and then it just keeps growing.
Oh, like any potential fish song, yeah.
Like any potential fish song, yeah. Yeah. As you are going and on this elevator, suddenly, metal whines as the elevator screeches to a dead stop. There's a pregnant moment that passes before suddenly an emergency alert broadcast blares out from all four of your comm units. Womp, 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 womp. And the elevator shakes as the alarms shift from this womp, womp sound into a wordless scream that spikes dread into every nerve you have. The lights flicker for a bit, they go dark, and then suddenly blaze to unbearable brightness, searing into your retinas the image of a floating, tentacled monstrosity. And it takes a moment, and suddenly your vision whites out completely from the brightness, and then it all goes dark. And that's where we'll take a little break.
Oh, goodness.
Before we come back.
Gracious.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa. You had me at Tentacle Monster.
Tentacle
We'll take 10
monster.
minutes.
Yes, let's
All right.
take 10. Yeah, let's take 10. Hey, if you're watching, stick around. You want to be here after the break. I promise you. You are going to want to be here after the break. So we'll see you in
Absolutely.
10, everybody. All right.
Thanks.
Damn.
Biffy.
All right.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
We are back. Jason, before you take us back into this, and I did say that at the beginning, that this was gonna be the last time that I did hosting.
Jason made you a liar so
He
fast.
did. He really did.
Right back here, yeah.
But it's for a good cause,
is.
because let me tell you that Eric from Norse Foundry, they're our partners, sponsors, whatever you want to call it. Friends is what I like to say. And he graciously put up a $75 gift card to Norse Foundry. That's huge, y'all. That's the biggest,
amazing.
biggest thing we've given away yet.
Get you some dice, baby.
So, all of you who are here in the chat, we are very glad to have you. And as such, we would like to reward you with the opportunity to win this card. I have you guys all listed as numbers, and I'm going to roll a d20 to determine who wins. So here we go.
Ooh, it's good action on that dice tower. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I have to roll the real Norse Foundry dice to give away the Norse Foundry dice.
There it is. I'd like to hear that.
So this looks like it is going to Ferros and Francis. I don't know if I said that right, but I did my best. I'm not sure if you are on our Discord. You got a little bit to claim the prize before I roll again, but I will at you in the chat as well, just because I'm sure I said it wrong. Congratulations. If that doesn't get claimed here in the next couple, we'll roll again. But
Roll again.
They've been in the chat the whole time, so
Ferris in Francais.
yeah.
En français.
En français.
En français. Apologies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, these dice come with some making fun of you. So there's that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you for humoring us with your own.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We all feel better now.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Ferris,
right.
if you are on Discord, please reach out to me and I will get you that code.
And if you're not, get in our Discord.
Get in the Discord. Who's got E-Robs? You got a link for the Discord. If you haven't
my
been putting it
goodness.
out there, let's make sure.
Ferris is it's Eleanor Farron.
Oh.
Eleanor Ferron.
Whoa, my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. Longtime friend of the pod. She wrote the one of the books in our very first adventure we ever ran, and she's been a confidant and super helpful, and just been a friend of us for a long time. I am so happy. Congratulations, Eleanor, and I'm glad you're here listening. That's great. Yeah, it's
What a
fantastic.
surprise.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Eleanor. We're so very grateful for you, for your work, for the entire team at Paizo, of course, but especially for you, because you are amazing. Thank you.
Truly.
What a treat.
What a treat. We won tonight, guys. We won.
did. Hey,
We
you know
won.
what? Cheers all
Cheers.
around. Yeah.
Easy to say we won before we've met this tentacle monster, but I agree in spirit, you know.
Nothing matters from here on out, okay?
It's all uphill from here, as they say. So with that, coming back from the break, the party finds itself in total darkness. It has the elevator has shuttered, stopped, alarms went off, lights flickered and blazed to brightness. You had this image seared into your retinas of this floating tentacled monstrosity, and then everything went dark. It's black here in the elevator. Those of you with night vision, or dark vision, might be able to see around. Others would need some kind of light source if they wanted to see. What's the party gonna do here?
We can't see, and the elevator stopped.
The elevator has stopped?
I have low light vision. Can I see her now?
No, without a source of light. Low
Okay.
light vision can't pierce the darkness.
Okay.
Do we have any kind of light
I was supposed to have a
because
flashlight. Did I actually
exactly,
get that?
like a flashlight.
Let's check your inventory really quick. Do you have a flashlight?
Oh.
If you don't, here, let's just, let's just drop one in real quick.
Oh, there it
here.
is.
Oh, yeah, you just had to dig around your bag a little bit.
It's dark. I can't see,
Yeah, just had to find it.
I have dark vision, so I do not need one.
I
Damn, you could
appear
have got
to
the
not
flashlight
have-
for us.
I don't have a flashlight in my inventory, but I vividly recall talking about getting a flashlight
We
with you,
did.
Jason.
You know, I think we were waffling back and forth.
We got the chunky one. I thought we
Did-
decided on the
did
big
you-
old fat
Do
flashlight.
you have the Jurassic Park flashlight? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
All right. We can do that.
I
We
always
can-
assume that we have
That's-
cell phones.
That's true. There is
So I'm
always
like-
your
Our comm unit has a little
community,
light, right?
your comm
Yeah.
unit. Yeah, it's like well, my phone's busy with something. Yeah, but it's like it's like iPhone kind of or Android or whatever, holding up and getting the flashlight going there. Yeah,
It's some unparticular, non-named brand.
yes,
phone.
exactly. The Ab phone, Abadar phone, Corp phone,
There you go.
Corpo phone. There it is.
There you go.
Nailed it. Yes. Okay.
So if my community has a light, I put the light on. So
Yeah, put on a little bit of light here. Here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm just going to put Beaumont and yours in your hand for the moment, and because got your character sheet, and you flick on the flashlight, and you look around, and you can see the panel is over here on the side. It's dark. The door is being hastily locked by the GM, so you don't accidentally open it. There is that you look up and you see there's a ceiling panel up there. If you wanted to like try and pop it open, if you wanted to climb out to the top. Yeah, what do you want to? How do you want to solve the situation that you find yourselves in?
Would I be able to use acrobatics to get up there, or is that more of an athletic situation?
More of an athletic situation, but I would entertain an acrobatics check.
You just have to do a backflip through the hole, you know?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, you gotta put a flip on it, right? That's what we said.
That makes it
that's the word.
acrobatics.
It
That
does.
makes
It does.
that makes
Yeah,
it
yeah.
acrobatics. Okay. I will see what is happening. And
Beaumont's like, oh, thank God, I didn't want to presume.
Zako will like, oh yes.
guys, I saw tentacles.
Oh yes, that. Well, let's hope that was just a trick of the light. Yes.
Oh, you saw them too. Okay, so
Yes, I saw them too. I can't help but feel that it's likely not a shared hallucination.
But it could be.
interesting.
So yeah, I'll just try to scoot up to the thing up top, the little hatch.
Totally. You reach up and you're just about to get a hold on the handle to chunk it and have it come down, so you can figure out climbing or backflipping up there. And the moment you do, all of a sudden the elevator plummets into a free
Oh
fall.
wow.
The brakes do
Yikes.
not appear to be locking into place. Could I have
Oh, no.
everybody click on this reflex save that's in the chat?
Okay.
It's gonna be the
So, do
fastest
that.
adventure ever.
The music is still like elevator
I know,
music,
it's-
and I'm like, wow.
We will do that, but I
Yeah.
can't believe we haven't done this already. I just
Oh.
want to say, Rainy did all the artwork for our character tokens, and it's
yeah.
so good. It's so good.
It's
Especially when they're all
amazing.
four together like that. It looks so good. Anyways, okay, here comes. Thank you, Rainy. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go.
Definitely.
Reflex, you said,
All
right?
right. Reflex, please. Reflex, please.
Oh, I got a 1, so I'm going to use
Hero
one
point?
of my hero points.
Okay. Okay.
Probably a good idea.
Yep. As we know from using Foundry, you can right click on it on the result in the chat, pop up a little menu, re-roll, and keep the higher. Let's see. Okay. there we
Okay,
go.
much better.
There we go.
That is
Okay.
better.
All
That's
right.
an 11 for me. Remember, we will have to say our numbers, guys,
Yes,
because
please.
Okay.
it is audio too for some
Yes.
folks. So that's 11, and I think that tracks because he was reaching up and maybe caught off guard when this all happened.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Karna
totally.
rolled a 20. Or
Nice.
it was a 20 with my dexterity and stuff.
A dirty 20. That's what we
Dirty
call
20.
that.
Very
Dirty
dirty
20.
20.
Yep. Beaumont, how did you do?
15.
15. All right. And Lucy on the reroll was able to get an 18. So nicely done. So as the elevator is just dropping here on you all, Adam, Zako is particularly thrown off by this. You've got the clumsy 2 condition.
I don't
here
like it.
as we do this. Everybody
I don't
else
like it.
is clumsy 1 as they're reacting here to what's going on. And actually, for this one, I think I'm just going to use your reflex saves as your initiative rolls here.
Oh, okay.
As you
Great.
figure out what's going on. This is for those of you who are new to the 2E system, either Pathfinder or Starfinder. This is something that we would consider a hazard that the party can overcome. Try to figure out some way of getting past it. Maybe
No,
try
no.
to.
He's
Yeah.
misdirecting you. We're fighting this elevator.
You are fighting the elevator.
We are
don't-
throwing hands.
Exactly. Magic missile at the gazebo? No. Throwing hands at the elevator. That's what's in now. So, let's see here. I am realizing, wow, that music I picked really ramps up in the last
It's
10
intense.
seconds.
It is
doesn't it?
loud.
really
It's
intense.
a little
yeah.
loud. Sorry, everybody, a little loud. All right. So with that, Karna, you're in a falling elevator. What do you do?
Why me first?
Yeah,
Well, as I
'cause
harken
I want
back to
honest
my Tower of
reactions.
Terror PTSD, Karna,
very sorry for that.
same, but I did it to myself. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Karna kind of puts her hands on the corners and just kind of like plants her weight, knowing
Mhm.
that she's gonna have to kind of brace with her hands so that she doesn't take all the force with her legs. And she still freaks out a little bit though.
Yeah. All right. Just bracing yourself, getting ready, understanding that there might be an impact coming at some point here. Okay. Lucy, you are up next. How would you try to address this situation?
I guess she probably will try to open the door and try
Mhm.
to see if we can jump out of the elevator. It's like
Oh, okay.
she doesn't think about it too much. I think that's what occurs to her at the moment. So
Yeah. Okay. Let's say,
um,
yeah.
what do you think I could use for that? Athletics
Sure.
or maybe computers if I can hack the
Yeah. You could either try to use athletics to maybe try and help get on top of the elevator if you were wanting to do that. Do you want to go? Are you talking about the door at the top or the 2 main sliding doors for the elevator?
a good question.
Mhm.
I don't know if we have time to go. Do we know like how
How
long,
far are you
Floors?
falling?
how far are we from the
Absalom Station is really big, and you were basically at almost the topmost level you could be at before the fall started.
so we
you
have some time, a
got
little bit.
got a little
Okay.
distance. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe it's easier to open the door on the ceiling, right?
Sure.
So-
I'm
Because
just
at
trying
least
to
we could-
understand the physics
Yeah.
of that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Well,
we're going up,
down
what-
fast, she
yeah.
jumps. Right, we're going down, right?
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
down
I guess
now.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got physics
yeah.
in her favor.
Wow. All right. Let me perhaps offer this as well. You also know that you are, you're trained in crafting as well, right? Like, and crafting is like
Am I?
all
Yeah.
yeah, you are is like all manner of engineering skills kind of rolled into one general knowledge category. So one of the things you could do is just see if there's some way to manipulate the machinery of the elevator itself. In addition to, like, if you want to use athletics to try and climb on top, you can. You get up there and see if you can address the situation directly from up there. You
Okay.
certainly could try.
Okay. I thought that was computers, but if it's crafting, well, I have 5 on both, so
Yeah.
I can use crafting. I think if there's a way to stop the fall, maybe.
Totally. Yeah. Why
So
don't you? Yeah.
I have let me see. I have something that can help me. I have nanite surge once
sure.
per hour. I have a +2 to a skill check.
Ah, there you go.
That's
Okay.
3 actions or less. I don't know if this would be the situation. Yes.
Yeah, this would be a disable check, and so it would be a 2-action activity that you'd be doing. Yeah, as this fall is happening. Yeah.
Okay, and I can make disable device at 30 feet also, so I don't need to move for that.
For this one you would. There's no power going to anything here, so there's no network to be a part of. Just as a heads up. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yep.
So I have a +2. Let me see. Crafting. See, I put the +2.
Yeah.
How do I put it here?
Oh, sure. You can always just roll it, and we can add it in afterwards as well.
Let's see.
Yep.
6, 11, so
6.
13.
Okay. Yeah. Let's imagine that perhaps you've pulled a panel off of the wall, right? And you're trying to look at some of the internal mechanics of the elevator, but you can't quite make sense of it here. It's just a little, your eyes are getting used to having gone from darkness to light, and it's tricky. And so the elevator continues falling. I'm going to hop over to Beaumont to see what he is going to attempt here in this situation.
I'd like to talk the elevator out of falling.
Love it.
Realistically, of the options that I have, thievery was like, would that work? Like, sort of like crafting was in that situation? Like, could I try to like break into some of the wiring or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Just if nothing else, just like if you rip out enough of the right wires, maybe some emergency system could kick in. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like I put a
brute force it.
Yeah, exactly. I put a thievery check there in the chat for you if you'd like to try that.
So would my guidance work on that, or is that not an applicable?
Yeah, that would work great. Yeah.
Can I guide him?
I would allow that. You've kind of like braced yourself. You haven't really done anything, but if you see Beaumont about to go move for something,
just yell at him.
What do you yell?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay. Sure.
She just looks over and says, something.
Do something.
All right, got you. Let's do it then.
All right.
Do I need to click cast on that, or?
Nope, that'll be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine. With that on there, and just Beaumont, you see this panel looses
open. I rolled a
open.
15, by the way.
Got a 15. Yep. You start ripping wires out, just like one after the other, rapid. And as you hear Hannah yell, "Do something!" Your hand grabs just the right one. It appears, and as you pop it out, the elevator begins slowing. Right? It as it goes down, it glides much more gently, and the free fall has stopped, and it reaches the bottom of its path. The sound panel that you have right there, the control panel there, gives you kind of a warbly chime as the doors here kind of silently or kind of squeakily maybe open up before you. And they just creak slightly open, and through this crack, because the doors haven't opened all the way yet, you can see light from a discarded flashlight flickering over the surrounding hallway. There's faded graffiti on the walls. There's fast food wrappers mingling with other trash along the metal grated floor. And somewhere nearby, you can hear a whirring sound, maybe some beeping, some muffled words somewhere not too far away, but you can't quite see exactly what could be causing this. And the elevator music fades out.
As does our clumsy condition, right?
As does your clumsy condition. Yes. You have your feet back on the floor. You've got this door that's most of the way closed still, but you gotta pop it open to go before you can go further.
Yes,
But what do you want to do
take
here?
a minute because we must be terrified.
Yeah. What do you do?
Almost died there.
Well, that was something.
I'm pleased to inform you all we've reached our destination.
Faster made good time, actually.
I like your attitude.
That was not fun.
Karna looks more with it than she has the entire time you've been with her so far.
It is all right, Lucy. We all are here in one piece. Yes?
Yes, I think so. So where are we?
That I do not know. Oh, this is where we were going, right?
Those of you with society,
Yeah,
attempt
yeah.
a society check here. Just
Okay.
kind of take a look down the hallway, kind of think about what you're seeing.
How open is the door?
It's just like, like a couple
crack.
of inches. It's just cracked here. Yeah.
It's a natural uno for your boy.
And a natural 20 for Beaumont.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Eve is on a roll.
you are on a roll. Speaking of natural 20s,
Oh, yeah.
here we've got a little thing for natural 20s, and I totally caught up in the excitement of the moment of starting a brand new adventure. I forgot to do it when Irene got the first natural 20 of everyone here. Let's see here. Should we do that tonight, or should
Yeah,
we?
let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
we
do
might
it.
as well. We can just
Let's
do
do
two
it.
back to back.
Yeah, we do. All right, Heath, you got this, or
Yes.
would you like me to take it? Bippy, you got something for us here on the stream as well. If it's happening, I can't hear it on my end. Sorry. Oh, okay, all video. All right. Welcome to Absalom Station Facts. When we did Redshift Rally, I really enjoyed having Dale Facts as part of our show. So here, we don't have a racing legend to look up. Well, we can in our hearts, but it's not.
We
as
do have a
thematically
stern
tied.
heart.
We do have a stern heart, so we must carry on the tradition. So, to help us all, learn a little bit more about the setting, we're going to give you Absalom Station Facts. Heath, you've got a couple of them for us here. Now that we've
Can I
had-
make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
So when this happens, when we did it in Redshift Rally,
Mm-hmm.
it was accompanied with a. Can
it's
we
true.
every time we roll a natural 20? Can we try to remember to say, "Hey, new friends"?
Hey, that's yes.
You want to practice?
Get
You wanna
your
do it?
okay.
do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hey,
new
friends.
Yep.
That's
It's gonna get
perfect.
so good by the end of this.
Best
That's
Skittermander.
perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, Heath, take it away. What have you got for us tonight?
so do you want me to list? So we've labeled this the document that I have by sort of locality,
Yeah.
like place. So I guess I'll start with the locality and then give you the fact.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go down the list. So the first one refers to the locality called the Arms, and says, "Did you know? Absalom Station has triangular-shaped spokes and connecting platforms that stick out and serve as docking platforms for the thousands of starships that come in for trade, repairs, refueling, job seeking, and more on the station. All docking is assigned by Absalom Traffic Control, taking into account the unique characteristics of each ship and matching that with what's available on the station."
The more you know.
That's our first one, but we had two, right?
We
We're
got
making
two.
up for. Yeah. Okay. Our second fact refers to Fogtown, which is a place in the Arms. Did you know there's a section of one of the arms, the triangle-shaped spoke sticking out from the central hub of Absalom, called Fogtown, and it is filled with the kinds of gases you would find on gas giant planets. It gives inhabitants of those planets a place they can go and not have to worry about always having their environmental protections on, which I think is really nice. Of course, in a varied and crazy world with lots of different planet types, you would need a location for people who breathe different things, right?
Yeah, totally. Totally,
Cool
totally.
beans.
All right. Thanks, Heath. Appreciate that. As to the results of your checks, Adam, Zako, with your result, you absolutely think, yeah, this little Akaton, it's just dark for some reason. The lights went out, right? Like, what's going on here?
It's like Little Akaton, but with less dust. It's not as dusty as I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Yes?
Boma, you can probably guess what the reality is here. Yep. This is not Little Akaton at all. And in fact, with a natural 20, I'm going to let you know, you think that there is a decent chance that this elevator has not only not opened to Little Akaton, it is potentially opened up onto one of the mysterious ghost levels of Absalom Station. What are the ghost levels? They're somewhat nebulous locations on the station. They're mysterious to find, right? Like there are some openings that stay and are constant that people can find and go to and check out. There's even neighborhoods that have set up inside some of those. And there are other openings that just will open up for a couple of hours. And people may find themselves accidentally wandering into them and never coming out again or emerging from them again.
Wow.
This makes me think of two things.
Sure.
One, like if a hotel, like I've read stories and stuff where a hotel had a secret room, like you just bypass it, but there's like organizations or companies working on those, or like the mafia working on the secret floors. Also, a little bit of like the room of requirement kind of vibes.
Sure.
you
It
know?
gives me backroom vibes if y'all have any idea what that is. The back
Well,
rooms.
we might have different definitions of back rooms.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a
Brain went
specific
strip club.
this is
so-
a specific theory of multiple dimensions.
Oh, like House of
yeah.
Leaves type shit, huh?
Nice.
You might
nice,
just
nice.
stumble into
place
the back
behind,
rooms
yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're not where you were.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very much liminal spaces. Yeah. All right. So with this, the party, who's prying this door open for us here?
Could try to blow it blow it up.
Let's try and avoid creating explosions in confined spaces if we could.
No, I don't want to avoid that.
You want to blow us up?
No, not you, just the door. It's going
Oh,
out. Okay.
I will try. Beaumont cracks his knuckles and is like, I'll try to pry it open unless someone else feels that they would be better equipped.
No, I think I can aid maybe if it's athletics.
I am sure that you can aid very well, Lucy.
Yes. Yeah. Why don't Lucy attempts her athletics check to aid first. We'll see if she helps or hinders in this moment. And just shy. An aid check in the 2E system has a DC of 15.
Just one, yeah.
Yep. With the 14, you'll just miss it. And sorry to read your result for you there. I apologize. But Heath, go ahead and attempt Beaumont's check as well here.
Okay.
Just gonna move people around a little bit.
Okay, I rolled a 10 on my die with a +6 for my athletics is a 16.
16. A 16 is sufficient, and screech, the doors open wide, and you can look down here into this onto the floor. You see this little flashlight that's kind of just blinking, flickering faintly there. You see that there is a hallway not too far ahead of you to the south. It angles down to the southwest and up to the northeast. It's kind of on a slant, not perpendicular to the short hallway that you find yourself in here. What do you want to do?
Bo told us about where we are, I suppose.
That's right. I assume. Heath, how would you convey
sorry.
this?
I guess I didn't. I got caught up in what it reminded me of. Yeah. So
Got caught up in the
yeah. No, but he like
Let me just
he
take
does
care
like,
of this here. Yeah.
let me get in there, guys. But no, he opens the door and turns kind of quietly, almost sheepishly to his new gang here, and is like, "All right, well, Zako, I regret to inform you, we are not in Little Akaton anymore."
That makes sense.
And he like pauses for a second, trying to like, like convince himself whether he's correct about this. Like he's never been to one of the ghost levels, but he's like, as best as I can tell, we may be on one of the famed ghost levels of Absalom Station.
And
Secret places.
And Jules' famed jobs begin. Don't
Nothing is
say
not
that I
an
didn't warn
adventure.
you. Right, it's fun, but it's dangerous. I find myself often in compromising situations that I did not expect to be in.
Keep it to yourself, man.
Back rooms and all, yes?
So,
I like my adventures like I like my race car drivers. Fun and dangerous.
Very fast.
so we will be discovering a new place,
Yes.
I think
Oh.
you're right, Lucy.
but it
We're,
could be dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
On that note, all of you are willing to be bonded, right? So far, Zakov is the only one who has been.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
I-
right.
I
I'm
thought
the
we
only
just, like,
special one
Hand
amongst all
waved
of
that.
you.
No.
Yes,
I
dear
touch,
God,
I
please
touch your
bond us.
shoulder, look into your eyes, and then all of a sudden you just feel a little better. And I do that to both of you. And now we're good.
Okay. So
You know what? I like you.
That's what I thought.
So we should go to explore. But you two, and she points to Sako and Karna, and she's like, you are a little skinny. You probably should be behind us. Because I think you
I
could
agree with
die.
that.
Yeah, that is
More
very
easily.
wise. I
So-
was going to bravely go in front of you, but that suggestion makes so much more sense. I shall
Yeah.
lurk behind, yes.
I'm more efficient from the back.
And you will die less behind us because we are bigger.
It's
So-
a plan.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It
All right.
says to Bo.
Bo like puts out to like fist bump you, and you just walk off. It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
And she's like, oh, nice hand. And she keeps going.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I love Lucy.
You can't say that. We're gonna get a copyright strike.
Intended. No. I love Lucille 3.
Oh my! You as you step out there, maybe into the short hallway, you see that little flashlight that's on the ground has the logo Ghost Tours printed onto it.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
This sounds
Just say
more
it.
and more like Louisiana every day.
It's true.
Oh, man, am
There's
I
a
in
gator around the corner.
Man, the Jersey Pine Barrens. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah. Take the lead. Where would your characters like to try and go here?
Well, it seems. Okay, we've got kind of a cut back hallway here. So I guess. Well, okay. So explain to me this like metal. Is this a wall to the left?
Yeah. To kind of give you a sense of what's going on here. This is for those of you viewing the map, you're seeing kind of like a vertical line that is happening. That is kind of like a catwalk high up. The ceilings here are fairly high. Everything here is like, it's about 40 feet high in these tunnels. It's a pretty spacious room above you here. Those catwalks are about halfway up there, about 20 feet of height. But you can easily pass underneath them. They're supported by the other walls, so they don't have like, posts or anything holding them up there. And everything here appears to be made of steel, as far as you can tell. I mean, it's got a little bit of texture for having walking be easier for you here on the floor, but otherwise it's just old panels. What would you like to do?
Go ahead, Lucy. Sorry.
I see a robot there. He points to her right.
To her right, yeah. She looking off to your right. You do indeed see that just a little bit down that way. There is there's a robot, and it's kind of like whirring along on some treads there, and it's kind of doing a little perimeter loop if you will, in whatever room that is up ahead.
It looks confused.
Yeah, it looks a little confused. There's 4 of these robots. They're about half the height of each of you in terms of size. They're mostly moving more or less on the same circuit around this room that's up ahead. And they appear to have a manipulator clamp on one arm. They look like they've got some kind of maybe cutting torch on the other arm there. They look very more like industrial maintenance style robots rather than like hardened battle robot kind of. I know the
Hell
picture.
of a Roomba.
The picture that we're looking at is like Roomba.
It's like if
dialed
a
up to
football
13.
player was a Roomba.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the robot football player they have on like game day, like all the commercials.
Oh, sure.
Like
Yeah.
the big mechanical robot football player.
Yeah. No neck, just helmet and shoulder pads, and that's kind of it. Yeah, going on there. Yeah.
It's like minus neck. It's not just no neck. It's like negative neck.
Negative neck.
That robot's name is Cletus, by the way.
Definitely.
Perhaps the most interesting thing that you can tell just by seeing these things down the way is that you can hear their vocalizers intoning just over and over, accompanied by frenetic beeping, ocular modules kind of like erratically shifting to take in the entire room. And in this monotonous tone, it is saying, "It is awake. It is awake. It is awake." Over
like
and
that.
over and
I want
over
to
and over
try
again.
something that probably will not do anything,
Ooh,
considering
okay.
these guys are weird. But I have the heritage networked, so I can communicate wirelessly with technological creatures. So it's like with the mind.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
I'm 30 feet away from him, so I can try.
You can
And I'm
certainly
like,
try.
Hello, who is awake?
And you can see it stops in its track, and all 4 of them stop when you make contact with that one. And its ocular thing there, that negative neck helmet, kind of like, and treads kind of turn in your direction, and it just goes chonk, 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 and its torch lights up a little bit more like it's about to cut something. And it's just, it is awake. It is awake, and it prepares to move on your position. I think this sounds like a fantastic time for the party to roll some initiative.
Let's
First
with
combat, let's
these
go.
You don't know I
fellas
did that because
here.
you didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh wow, they just saw us.
Oh, they just
She's
aggressively
like-
attacked us,
Yeah,
unprovoked.
Zaka like elbows Karna and is like,
Do you think that Lucy is shorting out? She's just standing there looking intently at them.
I
She's
think
like,
she just failed a communication. We better get ready.
Oh, wonderful.
All
the
right.
communication was a success. But you know,
If you will all look at the encounter tracker in Foundry, we're going to go ahead and roll some initiative here.
This
Each of
is-
you
this is
is each of you is mostly rolling perception for initiative, and I think perhaps Zako is trying to stay a little bit less visible here as he stays back. With some stealth. But let's see. Zako, what'd you get for your initiative roll here?
do I have to tell you?
Yeah, you need to tell the listening audience.
Okay. I got a 9. I'm really crushing the rolls tonight, guys. Doing a good job.
A 9 for
You're
Zako.
just getting the bad ones out of the way.
That's right.
Honestly, I feel like this is kind of like the mood that Zako's in, so I think this tide will turn.
It does track. Yeah,
It
it does
does.
track.
It does. Beaumont, what do you get for an initiative roll here?
A 14.
14 for Beaumont, and for Karna?
14 as well.
14 as well for Karna, and for Lucy.
13.
13. All right. So in a moment, I'll give Karna and Beaumont the opportunity to decide between them who is going to go first. But for now,
Oh, is that not determined by Dex anymore?
When the way that I've usually done it and the way that I think I remember reading at one point from how I do initiative, and I've just always done it this way. When allies tie on initiative, I like to let them talk amongst themselves about what they want to do. When a PC ties with a monster, though, or a creature, I go first. I win. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, you've
yeah.
circumnavigated the entirety of the Dex issue.
That's right. That's
I
right.
was
That's
just
right.
really honestly curious, Karna. Like what? I'm trying to still get a read on Karna. Like what's your Dex? Would you tell me? Your dexterity modifier?
If I can find it.
Yeah. It's on the main page.
Character
there, yeah.
page at the
It's
very
not on the
bottom.
proficiencies. Okay.
Nope. It's on the page that would have your
Yes.
picture on it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's fine with saying it. She's got a +2.
Okay. Well, you would go first
Success.
by
No.
the Dex rules.
Oh,
But
I don't like
would,
those rules.
If you would allow me, I would like to go first because I can do some stuff to help people.
That would be wonderful.
All right. Well,
You look like
speaking
you
of,
got this, Beaumont.
speak of who's going first, Lucy, you see this robot point its cutting torch in your direction, and it fires a blast of heat you're at you. I'm going to roll for that. I have rolled quite well on my 20. Does a 24 hit your armor class?
Yeah,
for the
sure.
benefit of our listeners here. And I'm rolling some damage here. This is going to be 3 points of fire damage to Lucy as it blasts you there. And then it is going to, it's got those treads, it's going to move in a bit and try and get right up next to you with all of its move speed as it strides forward. And then it is going to use those big pincers that it's got to hit you, try and hit you. But unfortunately, I only rolled a total of 7, yes, which will miss your AC by more than, by 10 or more. And so it is a critically misses with that. And we will come around next to Beaumont.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Just because I want to get practice at doing this, when we roll initiative, I get to unleash my quantum field as a reaction.
Ooh, yes, I
to
apologize.
that, which I'm going to do. It won't matter so much here because my quantum field affects concentration, and I don't think that these robots are going to have many concentration things, but I just want to get in the habit of doing it.
Yep.
And then there are other things I can do to make the quantum field cooler. So, hold on. So I'm just going to put it, I guess, right there.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you might have. I think you could see that that intersection from where you are. Sure. All right. Yeah. So what we need to do when we roll initiative is I'll say, Adam, what'd you get on your initiative? And you'll say, I got a number, and I'm going to put my quantum field that I get as a witch warper right over here.
So exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Totally. Okay. Beaumont, this robot has rolled up on your new best friend, Lucy. What do you want to do here?
So, Beaumont, I can't wait for this moment to be able to surprise and reveal to our listening audience that Beaumont is an envoy.
Yeah.
And so Beaumont is going to shout out to his companions here, and he says, all right, and points at the confused maintenance robot and says, all right, sally forth, or as my dwarven clansmates would say, get him.
Nice. All right.
And so I'd like to use get him.
Get him as the first action. Okay, excellent. All right.
And that is it a +1 for anyone who attacks them? I'm still trying to figure out.
Sure. As the playtest was written, I think this is going to change in the final release. But as the playtest was written, it is actually a -1 to its armor class and to its reflex saves until the beginning of your next turn.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so make it easier for everyone to hit.
That's right.
That's really good. for me,
Nice.
actually.
Yeah, look, that's my goal, is to make sure Lucy hits all the time, you know?
We like it.
And so, I was trying to see if there's something else cool I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am going to, I guess I'm just going to swing. And another fun reveal, I guess. Beaumont in this situation, I guess we didn't have our weapons out, or would we have? That's kind of up to you, Jason.
As the GM, I generally assume that when players know and characters know that they're headed into dangerous situations, weapons out. Like it's pretty reasonable to say, I'm going into a dark space here.
Yeah, it's like common sense, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to tax myself a little bit just because I think like going in an elevator itself isn't dangerous, right?
Sure.
Or so you would think until we got in that particular elevator.
Sure.
But being that another surprise, Beaumont is actually a melee envoy, so I don't think he would have had his melee weapon out in the elevator, not being expected to attack. And so I'll use one of my actions to Beaumont from across his back. He pulls off sort of upside down. Technically, it's a Dashko for those who are familiar with Starfinder, a Vesk ancestral weapon. I have kind of reflavored it as a weapon that his Dwarven Mining Consortium friends honored him with. It is a Dashko that's reflavored more as like a mining pick, but like a cool sci-fi techie one.
Yeah.
So it's like a single tooth Dashko that's more like a mining pick. So he pulls that out, second action. And then I'm going to swing on this confused maintenance robot and try to hit it with my Dashko pick.
Yeah. If you're rolling on Foundry, don't forget to target your opponent so that it rolls against their armor class there. And it helps speed things up for me just a little bit, though I'm always happy to look up more information.
Remind me.
Yeah.
It's something T. How do we?
You hover your
Hover
mouse
T,
over
okay.
them and click the letter T. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious? I mean, I'm rolling on Foundry, just so y'all know, so you can't accuse me of nothing.
So like rolling in the dough leads to rolling really well. Got it.
That's why I'm rolling so bad, because I'm just poor.
You're poor. What is a bank account?
That's a fact. Hey.
Natural one.
Yep. So,
Hey, new friend.
hey, new friends. Sorry.
I forgot.
Sorry, it's going to take some
We'll
practice.
all forget numerous times.
It's going to take some practice. You know?
So Beaumont rolled a natural 20. So allow me to pull up my Absalom Station facts. So our next one, we're still in the section called the Arms. This one refers to an area in the Arms called Puddles. Did you know there's a section of one of the Arms called the Puddles, and similarly to Fogtown, it is engineered to give folks who live in water a comfortable place to stay so that they don't always have to be in their environmental protections. So aptly named Puddles is being the sort of water species zone of Absalom Station.
Yeah, totally. All right. So Heath, what happens when you critically strike a target with this?
Well, let me click this critical damage button and let you know. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Holy crap.
Beaumont pulls out calm and collected, pulls out his very fancy sci-fi pick,
Oh
and
my
it's got
gosh.
like gold filigree and stuff on it for no reason, and that like metallic pink, and just
no
calmly
reason.
takes one swing and does 34 points of damage
Oh my god.
at level 1.
Insane. That is insane. It's because you had that get 'em on too, so you get that doubled as well.
The big
I get it.
reveal is that Beaumont's actually level 20.
Right.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But look,
this
Beaumont
is
strong.
this
I'm
is
just
a
saying.
this is a
I
really
see.
good commercial for a melee envoy build here that you're doing, Heath. Yeah. One of the big things with Get 'em in second edition is that it's not just a bonus to your attack roll or penalty to their armor class, but if you follow up the Get 'em by actually attacking your target, you get a bonus to damage equal to 1 plus half of your charisma modifier. So if you add that on top of That's a circumstance bonus. If you add that on top of the already chunky strength bonus that you've got, plus a D12 weapon, and you roll very high on that, then you get one absolutely demolished robot. It is pulverized.
But I picked Dosco because, and this is total min-maxing, and I don't care, because it's the the 1d12 of damage base that you can get, and I rolled an 11 on the critical on a d12. I will never top. I've peaked already. I'll never top this moment. First swing in the game, and I killed the robot. I one-shotted it.
You win Starfinder, absolutely. Yeah. Adam, you were asking earlier, how do we win? And that's one way to do it.
Have a lot of money.
Have a lot of money. Yep. All right.
Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a dead robot.
A dead robot. It's true. All right, Karna, that would be all three of Beaumont's actions. It's now your turn. What would you like to do?
First, she pats Beaumont on the back and says, "Thanks, bruh." Okay, so we've killed. Well, Beaumont has annihilated this robot, and I see a green space further ahead. There's nothing else that we can see that's a threat currently, right?
From your current position, you can just barely, at the edge of the light, way down here, make out another robot. But you're looking at something that from you is like 60, 65 feet away from your current position.
It's okay. This is just explain it to me like I'm 5. It says defeated.
That's the adjective that Foundry randomly generated for me.
It's
okay, I thought it was like literally defeated.
Yep.
Like it's a dead one over there.
Emotionally defeated.
Heard.
Heard. Yeah. Its shoulder pads are slightly drooped, and it's just like
its little flame is like really low.
It is awake. Yeah.
Got it.
It's basically the robot version of Zaka, you know?
Yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Burn.
Ooh.
That one's rough. Okay,
Unnecessary roughness.
We're gonna bring Cletus in.
All right.
Okay, well, my spells pretty much all have a range of 30 feet. I can...
You can move, but maybe
no.
not.
Yeah, I could. I just wanted to hide behind these big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a range of what, 30 feet I can move?
25.
You do. Yep.
Oh, 30?
25.
But that still doesn't put me
feet,
close enough to do anything. So I guess I could just get closer to it just because.
Sure. You can either move out to be in the open. You could delay and see if Lucy wants to go out there first, so you could stand behind her if you like.
That's probably a good idea.
Or if you want to, I believe you've got a firearm as well.
That's what I was just about
get
to
out.
ask. What is my range for that?
Yeah, the range on the firearm that you have is...
If I click on the name, is that going to do anything, or will that show me more
Yeah,
detail?
if you click on the name, it'll show you more detail. It has a range increment of 100 feet. So it's got a bit of range.
So
if
I would need to move forward though.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not going to shoot my friends.
Maybe
exactly,
just
yeah.
swing out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, to the side a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yep. And then you would want to, you can see it way out there in the distance. Your low light vision gives you the boost.
Do I need to click on the gun? Everyone watching, this is my first time playing. Thank you very much for your patience.
You're
Okay.
doing great.
You are.
Thank you. Very kind.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to click on the gun before I target?
Nope. You
target
just
first.
hover and target first.
Okay.
Yep. Hover and target first.
And now I click on the little die icon with the gun in Foundry.
Yeah, the one that says strike, and then it's got a plus after that as well. You click on that. Yep.
Okay. And roll.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
All right,
Okay.
let's see. 22.
22 total is a hit against your target all the way down there at the other end. Do you want to just share the name of the firearm that you're wielding here?
I've got a reaction breacher.
A reaction breacher, which is essentially a cannon, like a mini cannon that you're firing off here. So it
Makes a big boom.
It is a boom kind of a sound in the hallway there when this thing goes off. Yeah.
She probably says sorry guys before she shoots.
Nice. You can click on the damage button there in the chat to roll damage for this target.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Max damage. Nice.
All right.
Yep. 8 points of damage from the reaction breacher
Hitting
is
that max
enough.
damage. Jeez.
With max damage, is able to blast a hole in the maintenance robot, and it defeatedly slumps down and lives up to its
Lives
name.
up to his name.
Yep.
It is defeatedly defeated.
Defeatedly defeated.
Womp
All
womp.
right, nicely done. So you stepped out, you drew out your cannon, and you took a shot with it. I believe that's all 3 actions for you there. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good. All right, Irene, Lucy 3 is going to be up next. What would you like to do here? You still hear the whirring treads of a couple more robots in there.
Yeah, I will say I actually had my gun because
Yeah, I mean,
Bo
Lucy was
told
scared.
us-
Yeah, Lucy was
Bo
scared.
told us this was a dangerous place, so I think she will go with her weapon out. So
I think that makes sense.
the thing is, I don't see them.
Oh, sure.
But-
There's a wall in the way of where they are. You think you would need to move forward a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe south and a little bit to the west, if you wanted to
Yeah.
get a good look.
The thing is, they go after me, so
They
they
do.
might like attack me.
Probably.
Both of
They
them.
probably
so-
will. Yeah.
That's going to have to be
Slowly.
something you get used to. I mean,
Yep.
you're the
I know,
soldier. You know?
I hope Karma will heal me. So, well, she will tell Bo like, "Good, you kill him. He was rude. So, let's go."
And
she
that
will-
I could not abide.
Mhm. All right. Lucy,
Okay.
I'll let you know from where you are in the darkness, because the light coming off of Beaumont and Karna is such that you can't quite make out where they are, but they are just barely out of the light behind the walls there. You have a sense, but you don't know 100% for sure.
Okay, but we said that we had our lights on, didn't we?
Mhm. Yeah, it takes let's see here. Let's say that you've got your comm unit light on, kind of a thing. Is that what you're thinking of? And
Yeah.
I know somebody else had a flashlight out, and I assume at this point they just kind of like dropped it on the ground and kind of pointed it down the hallway to see that way. And there's
Well-
just shadows playing off of the walls there. Or tell
Well,
me. what
I had a flashlight, and my Dashka is a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, the thing is, someone said in the chat, and but I don't know if that changed.
Sure.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not.
In Starfinder 2E, but
Yeah.
the armors supposedly have a light, but I don't know if that's something that.
Yeah. Okay, I
whatever.
remember reading that now as well.
Um,
Yeah, they have weak lights. They're like a 5-foot light.
5 foot,
So maybe
okay.
you could see maybe
So
10 feet or so. Let me see
I
if I
think
can.
maybe it's not very wise of me to walk there if I can see. So maybe I will.
Let me see here. Hold on.
Wait for them to
Hold on.
Come to you?
come to me.
Yeah.
Can I prepare?
You
Like
could ready
Pathfinder one?
you could ready a single shot with your firearm. That's possible. You couldn't prepare the area fire effect of your weapon because that's
that's
two
two
actions.
actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hold your turn and
You
just.
can also hold and see if anybody comes closer.
Okay, I think I'll hold.
Hold
the
for
at the
now.
moment. Let's
Okay.
see if they come.
Gotcha. All right, then I will have one looking very jealously, perhaps somehow. I'm not exactly sure how
Maybe
that works.
even
How is a
enviously?
robot envious? Call in, listeners. Tell
He
me.
wishes he was also dead like his friends.
He wishes he was defeated.
I wish I had treads like my buddy.
Hey, my buddy, he's got them nice ones.
He's got those good treads.
Good treads. Mine are worn out. I got New Balance treads. So he moves 5.
Grandpa.
Yeah, exactly 5. We're gonna go 10. We're gonna go 15, and we're gonna go 25 as he gets kind of close, but not super close here. And Beaumont, you're right in the middle of the lineup here. He is going to point his welding torch your direction and squeeze off a couple of shots of blasts of flame at you. Unfortunately, his first. He's envious of his friend's aim, which actually connected with Lucy before because I rolled a natural 1. And
Oh no.
bummer. And that's the Jason special. And welcome to, as many of my players can attest.
I just feel like this is premeditated and you're lulling me into a false sense of security before you like break me later. That like I rolled a natural 20, got a kill on the first swing, and you're rolling that one. It's like, all right, this is rigged, Jason.
This is a little bit. And so it fires off another blast of flame at you, Beaumont, but this is just an 8 total, and that will completely miss. And that is its turn. Let's see, Lucy, would you like to take your turn now?
No, I'll wait for to see if the other one comes.
Gonna wait. Okay, you do hear other treads roll forward. It's got 5, it's got 10, it's got 15, it's got 20, it's got 25 feet of movement here. It doesn't have a great shot at Beaumont at this point, but it does have a decent shot at Karna, and so it is going to.
Before you tell us a number, can I use watch out?
Absolutely, yes. Tell us about the watch out reaction, because you're going to be using this a lot.
Indeed, I will. I told you guys I was going to try to help you out as much as I can.
Thank you, my
especially
friend.
Lucy. But also, I need Karna to like me. So, so I have a reaction called watch out. The trigger is a creature targets an ally within 60 feet with an attack, and I can see the attacker and the ally. So I shout out a warning to my ally, granting them a +2 circumstance bonus to their AC against the triggering attack.
Nice.
So this thing aims at you, and Beaumont shouts out, my new friend Duck!
Probably repeating what I said to you earlier. Do something.
Let's do something. And by something, I mean don't get shot.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to roll this attack on there. And let's see here. It's firing at a little bit of range for it. Oof. That is 4 on the die for me. Total of 7. The shot goes totally wide. And it fires off a second blast your direction, Karna, but even with a slightly better roll, it completely misses. Total of 8. And so from there, we will come up to Irene with Lucy. What would you like to do here, Lucy?
Now I can do something. Okay. I use my machine gun to do a area attack.
A whole area attack, yeah.
This thing is a little convoluted in my opinion, so bear with me because I have to explain a little bit what I'm doing. So, soldiers have area of effect weapons, like this machine gun. It's 40 feet. Usually it's half the range, but I'm what was the name of my
action hero?
Action hero. I'm an action hero, so I use the full range.
Nice.
So they have to roll a reflex save. But before that, I choose one creature on the area and I make an attack against that creature. If I hit, he is suppressed.
Yes.
Which is -1 to his attack and -10 to his movement.
Nice.
Movement speed, yeah.
Nice.
And if he succeeds on the reflex save, he gets fail instead.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a lot of things.
It is.
That's
So
awesome,
first-
though.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's going to come in handy.
Yeah, soldiers feel very different in
They
Starfinder
do.
2nd edition to 1st edition. So, yeah,
I'm very excited to I'm really excited to work with Lucy in general, but also to stack get 'ems and suppressed is Mwah,
Yeah.
chef's
It's
kiss.
good stuff.
I was a little
Good
sad that the guy who had the get him died immediately. But yeah. So, okay.
Sorry for being too good, Lucy. I
yeah.
let you down.
So, I need to. Okay, I will pick this guy who's closer.
The
to us.
closest one. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
So I hover over him.
And tap T, the letter T, on your keyboard. Mhm.
Okay, it does nothing.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what's going on, but
You can double right click.
it does nothing as well.
Okay.
That's weird.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Oh, I'll attack.
Yep.
So.
Go for
Okay.
it. Yes. We will remember.
Oh, I think I
Conditions and
hit. Oh, no,
things.
it's a 4. Oh, damn it. Okay. So it's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But, so they make a reflex now.
Okay. Yeah. So your primary target shot does not strike envious maintenance robot. All of its clamp, and this is awake might be throwing your shot off a little bit, but you still spray the hallway with bullets. Let's see. Adam, were you trying to say something there? Or,
No, I was just making a Futurama reference. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I use the clamps, boss.
The clamp.
Put the clamps.
But yes, let's see here. I'm gonna pop out your area fire thing here for me, and I'm gonna roll my reflex saving throw against that. Let me make sure I've got the right fella selected here. That's interesting. Why is it saying that number? I'm gonna use this, which is what it says. Otherwise, my first roll is quite good. I get a 23, which would be a success because your reflex save is based for this is based off of your class DC, which is your level plus your training plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah.
Yep. So we've got, let's see, he's got a 23 versus a 17. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? That's why I was rolling the wrong number. I rolled from your character sheet, not from his character sheet. Excuse me there. Wrong modifier. I'm going to try that again. Okay, I got a 19 on the die. Unfortunately, that is a critical success. So your bullets fly. You can't hit envious for some reason here. Scared in the back is also going to roll, and that is not very much. That's only a 5 on the die for a 13, so they will fail and take full damage from your machine gun. Go ahead and roll damage.
He's suppressed too. Oh, max damage.
Hey, all right.
He's suppressed, and I'm impressed.
He is not only suppressed, he's so suppressed he is collapsed onto the ground. Scared maintenance robot.
And I have one action left.
Okay, yes,
So-
you do.
I can attack this guy again.
You
and-
could roll attack, yeah.
And this attack, the first attack doesn't count for the... What's
The multiple
name?
attack
The
penalty?
multiple- It doesn't because I'm an action hero.
Oh, because you're an action hero? Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
All right. Let's see
So-
this shot in action.
Okay, 15.
A 15 against the envious robot it is going to use a reaction. It's exigency reaction because you've targeted it with an attack. It overclocks its processing power. In an attempt to avoid the attack, it gains a +2 circumstance bonus to its AC,
Okay, fair enough.
Wow.
bringing its AC to just high enough that this is a miss instead of a
Okay.
hit.
Rude.
Fortunately.
How
They are rude.
They are rude.
They are
They are
really
rude.
Rude.
He actually says that. You are all rude.
And with that, I believe that's your third action. We're going to
Yeah.
come up to Zako. Zako.
All right, so I can't see a whole lot, so Zako is going to move up a little bit. All right. Is there only one left?
There is only one remaining. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Because I'm going to cast electric arc on them, and I would have liked to zip that around a little bit. But yeah, so that is what I'll do. He steps up and he kind of brings his paws together and makes like a little diamond in front of his chest and just
Nice.
kind of it splashes it out as electricity shoots out from his paws. I'm going to need a reflex save, please.
All right. He has used his exigency, so he can't do that on this. He's going
Here's
to
hoping that it has some weakness to electricity. Let's go.
Okay. I rolled quite well, so I got a 24 total, which is a regular success. But go ahead and roll me some damage here. We've got 2d4.
That is 2 points of damage. Shit damage, minimum damage.
Minimum damage on the electric arc, unfortunately. It does appear to take slightly more damage from your electricity attack than what you thought you were delivering there with that jolt. What do you think is going through Zako's head at this moment?
Fucking Jules.
So angry. He's just so angry at Julzakama for putting him here. Oh my goodness. Okay. With that, we'll come back around to the start of round 2. Heath, Beaumont, you are up next, and Beaumont, you can see this robot just a little bit down the hallway there. What do you want to do?
I'd like to start with a get 'em,
Okay.
sally forth, tally ho, all that good nonsense. All right. So one action, get 'em. One action, I will move up to the robot. And third action, I'll swing my lovely Dashko pick at him.
Excellent.
Oh, I didn't target. I'm so sorry.
That is okay. A 17 against your target will hit. You can go ahead.
Okay, now I have targeted him.
Now you have targeted him. Yep.
Okay, that is a hit though.
Yes, a 17 is a hit. Go ahead and
Let's
roll your
go.
damage.
Okay, more reasonable this time. A 5 on the die.
A basic 11 points of damage is plenty. You drive your pick into this robot, and it is a work as it winds down to a stop.
Well, that's 3 rude robots out of the way.
4 actually.
Well, at
is
least
it
this
4?
time. At least this
yeah.
time I had help in the job. Thanks, all of you. I promise I shall be more effective later.
Hey,
Karna pats you on the shoulder.
Yes, you don't
It feels
have to.
encouraging, not pitying.
I was just say like it feels a little pitying, but whatever.
Nah. Oh, that's you're projecting.
Yeah, totally, it totally is.
All right.
but Beaumont kind of walks like a couple feet towards Lucy, and just like kind of gives a little curt sort of bow and says, "You weren't kidding. You are quite good with that weapon of yours."
Oh, thank you. You're really good with that big weapon as well.
Yeah, and he grins like cheeses. He's very excited, and you see him like he's kind of holding it over one shoulder, and the other one he's almost kind of like caressing it like it's a pet, you know? Like he really loves his pick.
I think it will be fun to fight together.
Yes,
Because-
it seems we'll be quite the tag team, as they say.
You have a big weapon and I have a big weapon. So
If we're
That's
done
nice.
stroking each other's large equipment, maybe
Yeah.
we should move forward.
oh, okay. These guys were like saying weird things, right? Like they were not very friendly. I tried to talk to them and they didn't want to talk to me. So
All 3 of them were saying the same thing, right? It's born? What were they
awaken.
saying?
It is awoken.
It is.
Awaken.
Anyone have an idea of what the hell these guys are talking about?
Jason, would we have any idea, or can we roll something to know if
You
we would have
could.
any idea?
You know, if somebody would
Or were
like,
any of us listening to the radio at the beginning?
let me offer this. If someone has a religion or an occultism skill that they would like to roll,
I have a +6 in
Try that.
religion.
it's pretty good.
There you go.
Occultism would also
I've got
be something
plus
to check.
7 in occultism, so
Mhm.
I'll roll a
Alright.
1. Here we go.
All right. Let's see that.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
it's a 2. How about that? How about a 2 on the die?
So close.
Okay, I have a question though.
Yes.
Jason, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
I know different GMs handle this question in different games in
Yes.
different ways.
Hmm.
I have 2 hero points and I didn't use one.
Sure.
Could I give Zako my hero point? Because I just don't want it to get wasted. You know.
You
Well,
certainly
it's going to
could.
last.
We're
through
going to carry
next
them
session.
over to the next
Oh, I
session
forgot.
as well. So
I'm
that's
used
fine.
to the I gotta do it by the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
still offer it. Like if you want to try to re-roll that and get some better knowledge.
I have occultism as well. I can try
Occultism,
first if you want.
The other
Uh,
thing that
Keep
I was
it,
going
you know. Just keep it, you know. Like, it's fine.
Aw, I feel like you need a win.
Next week or next session rather.
next session. No, Lucy, you could also attempt to just like use your computers to try and pull some circuitry on these robots if you wanted to try and like get at their coding and see what's going on internally
Okay, that
with them.
sounds good.
It's another possibility. Yep. But Karna, if you want to,
Oh, it's a
ooh,
2 as well.
also a 2. Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, so Adam, this doesn't really ring anything for you yet in stuff you know from occult lore. Lucy, you start pulling wiring out and modules and just thinking, what you could find here, but everything is so busted up by how much y'all damaged these things. It's not really salvageable. Karna, you rack your brain for what you know about the various religious organizations that are out there. What is it? Is awakening is a big part of, so many rituals and things, and maybe there's something there, but it's escaping you at the moment. Yeah.
13 ain't it. Got it.
13 ain't it. Sorry. Yeah. All right. The party knows there is a passage to the northeast. There's a passage to the southwest. It appears to be something of an intersection of rooms or hallways, perhaps, down there to the southwest. To the northeast, it just bends around a corner. What do you want to do here as we draw upon the end of our session here this evening very soon?
Beaumont turns to the group and is like, well, which way do you think we should go? I just wanted to bring it to the group.
After you, our loquacious leader.
Feel
It's
like
the
you're
same.
being a jerk for no reason.
No,
It's the same because we don't know this place, so whatever.
My intuition says to go the opposite direction that the robots came from, but based on what we're doing here, we kind of might need to go towards them. What do y'all think?
Well, why don't we move forward, check out the space that the robots came from, as you said, and perhaps there's nothing much there, and then we'll go the other way.
Sounds
Zako?
good.
Yes, I agree. Yes, that sounds like a plan.
All right. Sally forth.
Sally forth. Yeah.
Sally forth.
You find yourself
Oh
in
my
this.
god. This goes in every single direction.
It does. It does go literally in all 4 of the cardinal directions and all 4 of the non-cardinal directions.
Oh, wow.
North, south, east, west, every which way.
We've found the star.
Yes. You would see, let me just go kind of around the horn, as it were. There's the passage that you came down to the north from the northeast of your current position. To the east, you would see a hallway that ends in a pair of double doors, but there's a couple of side passages along there as well. Karna, get back over there. Don't go too far.
Yes, sir.
Here, let's just
Get back over there.
Beaumont
I'm
over
just trying
here
to
with
shine my light.
get some flashlights over
Go
here,
on,
kind
yeah.
of showing things. That passage to the east has 3 side passages that come off of it as well, 2 to the south and 1 to the north. There's another passage way to the southeast, steam occasionally billowing up from heat vents in the floor. There's a passageway that goes south, and it looks like it doesn't just go a short distance to the south. You look down this hallway, and it appears to go on almost infinitely. Your eyes, like not just beyond the edge of your flashlight, like you can't tell if there's a turn or anything the farther down you go, but you can see that it has a catwalk above it at a certain point, And just a little bit south of where your current position is, there's some ladders built into the wall going up to what appears to be a raised platform. Similarly, to the southwest of your current position, there's a hallway that also ends in a pair of double doors. And there's another ladder in a hallway there, in that hallway going up to catwalk level. Straight west, double doors again, closed. Straight northwest, double doors, closed. And then straight north, again, almost an infinitely long passageway, fading beyond the edge of your flashlight. And that, I think...
This is going to take much longer than I assumed it would.
Yes.
And so that, I think, is where we will pick up our party next week, next time we play, when we return to come back together and continue a Cosmic Birthday.
We did
Great
it.
first session,
Good job,
guys.
guys.
This was
That
fun.
Yeah.
was super fun.
Yes,
Great.
indeed.
I
Yes,
love all
indeed.
your characters.
Yeah, this is like, going to be a really fun dynamic to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You are all wonderful human beings, and I'm grateful for you. Tristan, thank you for being on the ones and
Thank you,
twos for us
Tristan.
tonight.
Thank you.
Managing chat, E-Robs, and managing the chat as well. So grateful. Everybody,
Thank you, Norse Foundry.
thank you,
Yeah.
Norse Foundry, for that awesome
Look,
giveaway.
There's
Super pleased.
so many people involved in this that are all awesome people, and despite it, Lucy is the best.
Yes.
Better than all the rest. It's true. All right.
Well,
So,
that leaves one thing to do.
yep.
Yep.
Here we go. We'll
See ya. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.